Oh yeah, and we back. We back so fast. I forgot even to put my new nice true crime thumbnail up. But anyway, y'all know what time it is. It's time for that crime, y'all. So I'm gonna go ahead and kick it off. I got a case, a nice one too. Nice long case for us to really sink our teeth into. So y'all know what we do. I'm Jay Lava. I scour the internet so you don't have to. And right now, I'm about to bring you some crime, homeboy. So let's get on into it. I ain't even gonna worry about the thumbnail or nothing like that. Let's just get right into the crime. I'm gonna do it like this. We gonna do it like that, and let's go.
What's going on here? We just got a call that somebody's trying to burglarize a house, and I'm making announcements. Can hear somebody inside, but you're not responding to me.
Just got up.
You just woke up? Is your front door and garage door usually open?
No.
Okay. Are you the only one here?
No, my parents are here.
Your parents are here? Where are they at?
Sleep.
They're asleep? Okay. Well, we just got a call that somebody was trying to burglarize a house, and the garage door and this door are wide open. So I'm trying to figure out what's going on.
Police identify one of the home's residents, seen here, as 19-year-old Darren Munoz, who says he and his parents were asleep when the call was made. But that's not exactly adding up for first responders.
Does that make sense? I'm not trying to scare you or anything.
I got it.
I got you?
That scared me.
I got you. Is your parents in their room?
Yeah.
Okay, where are they sleeping?
Yeah, where my room right there, they're down the hall.
I got you. 2650, just 49. I got contact with a resident that stated that they were asleep. I'm going to attempt to make contact with the homeowners. All right, let's go talk to your parents.
You want me to wake them up first, or?
I mean, if they're not up, yeah, I'd like to wake them up because, like I said, we got a call for a burglary in progress.
You want them here? I don't think they don't sleep. They close them.
Okay, if you want to go tell them to wake up. Is everything good? Nobody else is in here that I need to know about? Okay. 26 to unit in the back. You can come around to the front. "26 other units. If you're responding code, you can go ahead and go back 10-8. Everything appears 10-4 here at the moment. Charlie 2650. Who is a caller on this? What's going on?
Pull blood.
2650. Send me in, we got to pull the blood. Stay outside.
In the back.
Where?
Back.
Back. Stay outside.
In a bedroom, one officer finds Darren's father, 58-year-old Oscar Steve Munoz, and stepmother, 71-year-old Dina Munoz, both suffering gunshot wounds to the head.
Clear the house. 26 other units, step it up, get back over here. We might have somebody still inside.
Dina was pronounced dead on scene, while Oscar, still showing signs of life, was rushed to a hospital where he passed away hours later, according to a criminal complaint. Next, officers worked to clear the home.
He was in this room. I can't tell if they're shot or what's going on with their head. Go. Hey. Clear. I'm not seeing 4th century.
What's up, LA?
Who else lives here? Just you three? You have family members?
Got some snacks.
Across the street, my uncle and aunt.
Your uncle and aunt live across the street? All right, just stay outside for now. I don't need you going back in, okay? I'm gonna get you into my patrol unit, just as security for now, okay? Come with me. Stop right there, stop right there. Come on. No, inside, in the bedroom. Go inside to the right. We cleared, we didn't find anything yet. All right, just have a seat, man. We'll figure out what's going on, okay? Charlie 2650, just for 49. We have one male detained at this time, just for 49. He stated he was asleep during all of this.
Darren is secured in a patrol car with blood on his hands before he's sent to the police station to speak with detectives. Meanwhile, investigators continue assessing the scene.
Hey. So he when I first got here, garage door wide open, side door wide open, started making announcements. The one that I just put in his unit, He walks out of this room like he's asleep, like he's dazed and confused, right? He comes and talks to me and says, everything appears fine. My parents are sleeping. I was sleeping. I was like, well, it's kind of weird that the door's open.
Yeah, tell him to come to the front door.
I was like, hey, can we...
Did we clear this room?
Yeah, I cleared everything. We did it. I'm not seeing anybody behind. He says he lives here with his parents. Nobody else lives here. His family does live across the street. His uncle or something lives across the street.
Across the street, officers speak with other family members who appear to have an idea of what could have occurred.
Told to come and see if you guys would be willing to come down to the police department to talk to one of our lead investigators, if that's okay.
Sure.
All right. Y'all can get dressed and get in y'all's own vehicle, drive down there. It's not like we're taking you guys down there or anything like that, okay?
Is it that bad?
Yes, ma'am.
Somebody was shot. My brother was shot running. Darren shot my brother, didn't he?
We don't know that. We don't know that.
She know.
But my brother's in the hospital because he has a gunshot wound.
Yes, ma'am.
Back at the scene, police also come to a similar suspicion.
No, where's the gun? He didn't have one in his hand. She didn't have one in. She doesn't have one in her hand.
At the police station, detectives arrive to speak with the suspect.
Hi, Ken. Do you mind switching your seats real quick? Are you doing okay? Yeah? Yeah, I'm an investigator, and what we're trying to do is trying to figure out what's going on and what's happening, okay? And unfortunately, you're the only one that we can get information from right now. Would that be okay? Where's my dad? He's at the hospital right now. I don't know that yet, okay?
Next, Darren has read his Miranda rights and agrees to speak with detectives before further questioning.
What did you guys do yesterday?
They were home, they were out of town.
You have a pretty decent relationship with your parents? Yeah? And the stepmom, you get along with her pretty good? Okay. So whenever they got home, did they have a good trip, or how was everything?
Yeah, it was better than the first day, so I talked to the guys and stuff.
Okay.
And yeah. I came home, got food, and that was good. I was in my room, I ate and went to sleep.
So as you went to bed, do you usually fall asleep, or do you do some gaming, or what do you do? Do you stay up, or?
I'll sit on my phone until I fall asleep.
What happens after that?
I wake up and I go out, see the officer in the garage.
What wakes you up?
And yelling in the garage.
You didn't hear anything before that?
No.
No? At all? No? What did the officer tell you?
He asked if there was anyone else in the home. Like, we got a call for a burglary and asked to go see my parents.
Do you remember calling 911? No? You didn't call 911?
No.
Nobody called 911?
I didn't.
From your help?
I don't know. I think.
No.
Darren says he heard nothing and denies calling 911. But seconds later, his story quickly falls apart when detectives reveal they know more than they're letting on.
I listened to an 911 call, and in talking to you, I can tell that that's your voice. So if you heard something, or you thought somebody was in the house, like that's where I was trying to ask you, like, who could have came in or who could have done something like this, So did you hear anything? So, do you know what happened to your parents? No?
We know you called 911 because things at the scene tell us that you called 911, plus the recording says that you called 911. In fact, you didn't call 911 for no reason. You didn't just, I didn't know anything that happened, magically get to the garage because the cops yell out. It didn't happen that way. Alright, can we agree that that doesn't make sense? Okay. So, let's start over, alright? You called 911 for a reason. What was the reason? And just straight up, man.
I thought there was
somebody in the...
I went up to my door and through the building.
What made you think that there was somebody in the house?
I heard the back door open, if I'm not the back door, garage door open, but then I went out there with
So the alarm went off for a door being open.
Yeah.
Which door? Because it'll say like garage door. Garage door. Okay. And when you checked it, it was not open?
I just opened my door right after, and there wasn't anything.
And they didn't wake anybody else up. And
He's a
then, is that when
stone
you
cold
called,
killer.
or was it after?
It was right when I heard it.
Right when you heard it?
Yeah. And that's when I looked my door. And then it was and the door was cold.
Did you get up to see first before you called, or after?
I stayed in my room cold.
You stayed in your room? Okay. And then you went and checked, and the door was closed.
Yeah.
Okay. So, but you said you heard somebody inside the house.
The door, yeah, that's not cold.
So you heard the door. So now, and so it was quiet inside the house?
Yeah.
Okay. And then whenever officers showed up, they told you that the garage door was open?
Yeah.
Did you hear anybody maybe rummaging through the house?
No.
Did you hear any kind of gunshot?
No.
You didn't hear anything, but you heard the alarm go off.
Yeah.
What happened? You don't want to tell us that you called 911? Why? So it doesn't. Why? I guess I'll just be blunt. Why would you lie to us about something like that? Something simple like that.
What's up, CC?
Your stepmom is deceased, okay, and your dad is in Lubbock. We don't know the outcome yet, or whether he's going to make it or not. Okay, so this is a big deal. Okay, this is a big investigation, and if you have anything you want to say, we're going to give you that opportunity. Okay. Pretty bad in the sense that it looks like they were possibly shot while they were sleeping, okay? So, who hates or would want to see Dina and Roberto Faustine, right? Who would want to see them dead? Who would break in the middle of the night?
Hey, what up? Yeah, you know what? That is certainly making me sick. Like, they got the worst audio ever.
Not sure why she married him.
And plus, you can't even hear his little ass. Let me see if we can get past that shit.
And find an alarming clip.
Make it or not.
I can't let it go because I'm invested.
Around 5 p.m., the evening before the shooting, investigators said Darren was caught on the home surveillance camera hiding what appeared to be a firearm in his waistband before entering the family home.
Damn. Yep, he tucking right there. I see him tucking, pull his shirt over.
Next, officials take photos and collect DNA samples from the suspect.
There you go. Take that one and swab the left side of your cheek. Go ahead and take your shirt off for me. Thank you. You didn't get no blood on this, as you can see.
Now change into some fresh clothes and given some time to think, Darren takes a different approach.
What do you need, Darren?
Chris.
What did you need?
Hello.
A what?
Hello.
Okay. So, you are, at this point, requesting a lawyer? You have every right. You have a right to an attorney. Okay.
Well, stop talking to him.
So, what's going to happen is you're going to remain here. Okay?
The 19-year-old requests a lawyer and ends the interview, but he doesn't exactly stay silent as his biological mother arrives to sit with him.
Uh-oh. Oh, come on with this terrible audio.
Is he still alive? Yeah, still is. He has a gunshot through and through his head with a 9mm. It's not. I don't think that's something up to me. Okay.
Now, Darren tells one investigator he never said he didn't have access to firearms, a statement backed up by previous photos and video of the suspect that would later be used as state exhibits in the case.
Say, if she ain't willing, oh, she's gonna give consent.
One way or another. Bro, what if she's a minor, bro? Only if she's above age. With that girl that you're texting, is it? She is? No, she's not. She turned 18. She's 17. She's actually 16 turning 17.
Oh wow.
Legally, it's alright. 16 or 19? She's 17. She's 16 turning 17. See, I'm waiting till she's 17. And it's legally alright. Are you still talking to her? I asked her what her name and how old she is. Crazy. That's talking.
Oh, he's a little PD.
What do I keep in here?
A little PD.
I know. Have you eaten?
No, we got to pass these parts.
I know.
Before.
Okay, if they can't fix the audio, I ain't listening.
Multiple witnesses come forward with critical new information.
Darren has made jokes before about hurting his dad for hurting him in ways that I'm sure he doesn't want to say, or I wouldn't say for him. And, I've always took it as a joke and blown it off, because like my parents said, he's always been a pussy, you know what I mean? And so he was going to get to do it, but one of our really close friends, so instead of Darren having to do it, he had Julio do it. Okay, basically they had traded guns, and then that Julio was down to kill Steve, right? That's his name? Right. Okay, so basically Darren had planned this. That's why the cameras had cut off. Right. And has Julio's gun because Darren had built a ghost lock, which is the gun that was used to kill his dad. And Julio had took his ghost lock, traded it with, and went to go do it. But I know that Darren was going to get money from his dad dying because he owns all the hall subs and then he owns a couple of buildings, And
Tire tree. Go.
They need to fire whoever at this damn police station because their audio system sucks. And this one is parents killed in New Mexico. Teenagers facing first-degree murder charges after allegedly hiring a friend to kill his father.
How?
In two bombshell statements, witnesses say Darren allegedly hired his friend to kill his parents in exchange for a portion of his inheritance. Just 1 hour passes before police track down the second suspect, identified as 18-year-old Julio Zamora, who police said was spotted in the passenger seat of a vehicle leaving his home.
Excuse, what do these go to? Your car?
My truck, my truck, my house.
I hope they're not
Just scoot away from the car.
Question
There you go.
that same spot.
Spread your legs. Dang, are you balling? You got two phones? God.
Well, that one has no service, and that one has service. I use that one.
Oh, okay.
And shit like that.
I sure hope they ain't finna go to the same place to question this guy.
You're just being detained right now.
That's what for, sir?
You can ask him. It's my supervisor.
We're investigating a crime that happened this morning. Your name's come up on
Just to the 81 or?
Yeah. Marcus, hey, go and detain him. Take him to the 81. All right. I'll go to go and put you on. Get you back when we get.
Man, I hope they got a better audio.
Yeah, there's a gun in here, bro.
Real gun?
Yeah. You want to get paper?
Yeah. All right, man. I'm doing stuff out of the car for me.
Police find a black and gold 9mm ghost gun in the car's glove compartment, according to a criminal complaint. A firearm that looks eerily similar to the one held by Darren in a previous video.
Uh-oh.
Moments later, Julio is brought in for questioning.
Was Julio?
yes, sir.
What's your last name, man?
Thank God.
Can you spell your first name for me?
Julio. A lot of people spell it with an H, but it's actually not with a J.
Okay. Your last name was what again?
Zamora. Zamora.
And you're 18 years old, right?
Yes, sir.
Julio has read his Miranda rights and also agrees to speak with detectives before further questioning.
That's Julio, do you have any idea why you're here?
Not necessarily. Just before they took me in, they said I was a suspect of a crime.
Okay.
That's all they told me, and they didn't tell me much more. And I don't know what crime they're
talking about.
Yeah. They just told me a suspect of a crime. That's all they told me.
So, do you know Darren?
Darren, yeah, he's one of my homies.
One of your homies. How long have you known Darren?
I knew him for about a year.
All right. So, you said you last saw him on Saturday. When you talked to him last, did I ask you that already?
Yesterday, I think.
You didn't know about what time?
Last time I sent him a message when I was with this one girl about 1 o'clock.
What girl?
Someone I'm talking to.
Oh, you got hoes.
No, I don't got hoes. I wish I had hoes. I'm playing.
All right. So look, I know you just lied to me. All right. So what I want.
It was around like 1 to 3, somewhere around there.
It's cool. I just know that a lot of what you just said wasn't entirely the truth. and tell us the truth about when you saw Darren last, when you talked to him last, and the nature of your guys' friendship, okay? I'm not going to bullshit you. All right, please don't bullshit me, okay?
Right.
So, what's going on?
So last time I seen him was actually Sunday, which yesterday.
Okay.
Yesterday when he got off work.
What time was that?
Around 3:30, 3:40, 4 o'clock, around there.
Okay.
Somewhere around there, I'm not good with time. And after that, we picked up one of my other homies. We're all together, and then we went to one of my other homies' crib, another crib. Went to his crib, me and Noah kind of got into an argument and shit like that over something stupid, but we talked it out, we worked it out, and shit like that. And shit like that. Last time I seen him was after he dropped me off, which was around 5. Well, actually, around 5:36.
Mm-hmm.
He dropped me off around that time. After he dropped me off, I was chilling at my crib, and then after that, I was chilling with the girl.
After you chilled with this girl, what did you do?
Nothing really, just mainly with my brother at the house.
So, at 1 o'clock, chilling with the girl, what time did she leave?
She left around like 1:30.
Then,
I dropped her off.
mm-hmm. You dropped her off?
Yes, sir.
Where did you drop her off at?
Her house.
And then, after you dropped her off, what did you do?
I went back to my house.
And then you stayed there for the rest of the night?
Yes, sir. And I took off around around 5 o'clock in the morning to go get my dad some donuts and milk and me a bag of chips and a drink.
And where'd you get donuts milk from?
All sorts. On Mabry and Sycamore.
And that was at 5?
Around 5:14, 5, somewhere around there.
Okay. And that's the truth? Or are you still leaving some stuff out?
Yes,
because I asked you that before, and I still think you're leaving some stuff out.
No, sir.
About a week and a half ago, did you buy ammunition from Burns?
Oh, yes, sir. Yes, ma'am, I did. On the outside.
That's okay. What kind of ammunition did you buy?
About 9mm rounds.
You got 9mm rounds? Okay.
Yes, sir. I bought it for a friend.
Okay, so we know about this ghost Glock that Darren had,
Yes,
okay? You guys go and buy, you go in and buy 9mm ammo.
Yes, ma'am.
Is that right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
They wanted 9mm rounds for your gun. So
Who did?
he wanted a 9mm round for his gun. I said, okay, it's not. I didn't see much of a big deal with it because
Okay.
not like that. I'm going to buy it or something like that.
What was going on around that time that you guys wanted to buy this 9mm ammo for?
Just go out shooting. Just go out in the range, shoot.
And did you guys make some kind of trade at some point?
No, we haven't. I made a trade with somebody else, but then we traded back. And
He is so stupid.
That's about it.
That's about it?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Were there any other conversations about what Darren may have possibly asked you and to do?
No, man. He really didn't ask us much to do anything. He just wanted to have fun and enjoy it because of me, him.
Okay. We've talked to all those people, and we already know about this plan, okay? And they've thrown you under the bus, pretty much. So at this point, I mean, there's...
He talked about, stuff like that, but...
Stuff like what?
Stuff like wanting to do stuff. I really don't really know much about it, but he was talking about wanting to do different things.
We know everything at this point.
Yeah, and I really wasn't really much into it. I'm like, that's a bad idea because I'm not that type of guy. Yes, I love my guns, but I'm not that type of guy.
And what did he ask you guys to do?
He asked us to do him a favor.
Which is?
Kill somebody. I'm like, I'm not doing that because I'm not a killer myself. I don't have the guts to encourage to do that.
Kill who?
Kill his parents, I guess. I don't know.
You know, man. Just be straight up.
He told us he wanted us to kill his parents. I'm like, I'm not doing that because that's not something I would do.
How long ago did he come up with this?
He came up with it about 2 months ago.
Okay.
How much did he offer you to kill his parents?
He was trying to offer me money, but I don't remember how much. He offered me something and I just declined him.
We're talking like $100, $1,000,
Few hundred.
few $100,
Few 100,000.
few 100,000. Where's he gonna get that money from?
I don't know. That's why I'm like, no, because he has a job. He really makes maybe like 800 every 2 weeks. So I'm like, I don't know. No, I'm not doing that. Even for that much money, I wouldn't do that. It goes throw my life away in the drain.
So he did try to broker a deal with you to kill his parents?
Yeah, he tried.
Is he
And you said
snitching or
no.
did he do it, y'all?
Okay, but his parents somehow end up dead anyway.
His parents are dead?
Don't.
No, I promise you, I don't know anything about it.
No, I don't play dumb with us at this point, okay?
I knew he was talking about it, but I didn't know his parents were dead.
Yeah. And he's here. And he told us your part. So we just want to know when he asked you to do this, how he asked you to do this, and whether you just kind of went along with it, or did he orchestrate this whole thing?
What do you mean, went along with it? If I went along with it, just act like I was cool with it?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I really didn't say much about it. I mean, it's his idea, and it's not my idea. It was his choice. I didn't do anything really much about it. I just kind of blew it off.
How did he say it should happen?
He tried to say like how it should happen is we break it. Well, one of us break in and all this stuff, and just do it, and then try to rob stuff and everything like that, and make it look like a whole big accident, coincidental. Like try to say, oh, go in there, rob stuff, go in there, shoot them, go, and then come in my room, make it look like you did this, and then just take off.
We have Darren's phone, and we've been in his phone, Snapchat, data messages, Instagram. So we're just trying to get you to be honest for your own sake at this point, man, because we have it all.
According to a criminal complaint, suspicious messages were found on Darren's phone, including an alleged conversation between him and Julio concerning the victim's whereabouts on the night before the shooting.
I sent them a message of a goofy picture of me last night around 3 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
And then you asking him when his parents were going to be home, and you were out there.
I never texted him that.
You did.
I texted him when his parents going to be home because he said he has to be home before his parents get home. That's what he...
Julio.
Other concerning messages appear to show attempts to orchestrate the trade or sale of firearms among the suspects. Next, Julio decides it's time to fess up.
But, we already know. It just has to come from you, so that way we know whose role was what and who really was the ringleader and who wanted this done.
Darren wanted it done.
Okay, so tell me how he set it up. We know it was you this morning.
I didn't kill anybody, I promise you that.
Julio.
What it comes down to is that you're either this misguided kid with the promise of a lot of money on the table, because $100,000, a couple $100,000 is a lot of money.
It's not a lot.
I work for a living, that's a lot of money to me, all right? You're either misguided and blinded by the promises of money this kid gave you, or you're some monster that wanted to kill somebody in cold blood. And I don't think you're that monster. Are you that monster?
No, sir.
It has to come from you.
Yeah,
if it doesn't, it's going to look that much worse. You're going to look like that monster if you don't tell us the truth.
Yeah, it's because he kept making a plan. He kept saying it for like 2 months constant. Kept going, and he kept saying this, and all that.
And what happened this morning?
His parents died.
Okay. Tell me how you got in.
The garage door was open.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Can you tell us what happened when you were in there?
I held the gun against my own head, debating it, because I didn't want to do anything. I was scared.
What's Darren up?
I don't know. I don't know if it was up or not.
Did you end up doing it?
Yes, ma'am. And I feel guilty about it, and I don't know.
Was the gun that was found in the car with you the gun that you used?
Yes, sir.
Have you talked to Darren since?
No, sir. Darren, he wanted that gun back, and he wanted to keep that gun for himself.
So what was the plan, like, after it was done? Like, what was the next step?
I didn't know the next step after it was done.
Where'd you go afterwards?
I just ran.
All right, man. Is there anything else you think that we need to know about this? Anything you want to tell us?
Darren, I think there is another thing, because Darren, he also said that he would kill me if I didn't do anything.
And what was Darren's reasoning?
He really didn't give me a reasoning. He just said that he just wanted it done. He really didn't give me a reasoning. His dad treated him like shit. His dad didn't do shit for him. His dad didn't really treat him with the best respect, responsibilities, and everything like that. His dad just threw him under the bus and kept him.
So, why would you shoot the mom in the head?
I don't know. I got scared when I pulled the trigger once, and then jumped and.
Could you see in there?
No.
How were you able to see?
I don't know. Everything just went black.
It's hard to hear,
Damn, dog.
Their life is over, and your guys' life is over.
Next, Julio learns his fate.
Julio, go and have a seat over there for me. Hey, you are going to be going to jail tonight, okay? Do you want to know what the charges are? Okay, you're going to be charged with murder in the first degree, and so 2 counts of murder in the first degree, okay, and conspiracy to commit murder. Okay? So go ahead and stand up, put your hands behind your back for this officer.
Both teams were charged with 2 counts of first-degree murder and conspiracy to commit murder. Darren is facing an additional charge of criminal solicitation. At last check, Julio and Darren each pleaded not guilty to their charges and are expected to face trial next year.
Too late for that. Y'all done already sealed your fates, little dummies. God. All right, so we just gonna jump right into the next one. Sister realizes her brother just killed her mom.
Down, and the guy over the top of her is doing this.
Okay.
Grab her feet, just rub her head aside. Okay. Her head was bouncing off the step, the screen door was smacking her in the head.
Okay.
This witness has just watched 75-year-old Barbara Mortimer endure a relentless, brutal stabbing.
I'm not sure if anybody talked to you yet, but who did this? Okay, and what's his name? Okay. What happened?
He just went crazy, grabbed a knife and started stabbing us.
Okay.
But for those closest to Barbara, the attack wasn't the beginning of the nightmare. It was the moment everything they feared became reality.
Barbara is dead. You guys can go.
911, what's the address of the emergency?
Yes, ma'am. I live at 3365 Palm Hill Lane, and my neighbor's down the street. It looks like a man was stabbing a lady and just dragged her body back inside her house.
Did you see him?
Yes, I saw him. I saw him leaning over her on the porch. It looked like he was stabbing her. He walked back inside. She laid there, and then he just came back outside and dragged her body inside.
On the afternoon of August 9th, 2024, a 911 call brings Greene Township Police to a home in Hamilton County, Ohio.
Yeah, 3365 Palm Hill Lane. I just called it in. It looked like somebody got stabbed down the street. The guy who gets stabbed is leaving in a Honda. It's gray in color. It looked like there's somebody outside the house who got stabbed.
You know which way they took that? Which direction they took off? Is it outboard like Basswood?
It looked like they went left on Basswood.
The attacker may have vanished from sight, but what he left behind is impossible to ignore. And as the first deputy responds to the scene, he is getting closer to a reality far more horrifying than the 911 caller has described.
Is your wife here too? Was she attacked?
The victims are 75-year-old Thomas and Barbara Mortimer, a retired couple who should be enjoying the quiet chapter of life. Instead, the deputies witness Thomas fighting to stay alive on the front porch, but it's the trail of blood leading back into the house that instantly tells them this isn't where the attack began. Barbara is still inside.
Is she stabbed? Run for 2 victims, start into the squad, please. You're stabbed in the side? Where's your wife stabbed at? Okay, I'm gonna go check on her. Female victim here inside the house as well. 82's on the way. Second victim, elderly female.
Barbara is found with catastrophic stab wounds and severe injuries to her head and neck. The brutality of the attack is immediately apparent. But for the deputies, saving Thomas is the only priority right now. With blood soaking through everything they have, an officer rushes to a neighbor's house, pleading for towels to help stem the bleeding until paramedics arrive.
Fixer. Okay, that's clear. Kenneth Mortimer. Do we know what he is operating? That is the third victim, sir?
Second victim, elderly female.
Okay, so still 2 victims. That's clear. I'll let the medics know that there's another medic breather. Now, okay, non-breather.
We got 2 victims.
Copy that.
Is there anything else I can grab?
Within moments, paramedics take over, working frantically to stabilize both victims. Despite his devastating injuries, Thomas remains conscious, leaving investigators one crucial chance to learn what happened. As officers begin speaking with him, Thomas immediately identifies the attacker. But what shocks investigators isn't the name itself. It's how close that person is to the family.
I'm not sure if anybody talked to you yet, but who did this? Okay, and what's his name? Kenneth? Okay. What happened?
He just went crazy, grabbed a knife and started stabbing us.
Okay. Did he stab both you and... Is that your wife? Okay, he stabbed both of you? Okay. Where's the knife at now? Okay. Where was he stabbing you in the house? Okay.
The attacker is 40-year-old Kenneth Mortimer, the couple's own son. In an instant, the hunt for an unknown suspect turns into something far more personal. But before detectives can begin unraveling what happened inside, the investigation takes on a more urgent priority: locating Kenneth.
He must have turned right, left on Basswood and then right somewhere. Because I was at St. James Church, so I was here rather quickly.
Investigators quickly realize they're no longer searching for an unknown attacker. Kenneth has fled, leaving behind only reports of a gray Honda driving away. As officers broadcast Kenneth's information, the case takes a devastating turn. Barbara Mortimer is pronounced dead at the scene, turning the assault into a homicide investigation. Thomas, meanwhile, is rushed to the hospital in critical condition, leaving investigators with just one surviving witness to the attack. With the scene finally secured, investigators turn their attention to the neighbor, the one witness who has seen more than anyone else that afternoon. And what he tells investigators paints an even more horrifying picture of the final moments inside the Mortimer home.
So what else did you see? I came home, got out of my truck, and I heard a lady frantically yelling, "Help, help, help."
Okay.
I looked around, looked down. I saw she just come out the door. Guy followed her out.
Okay. Do you know who that was?
I have no idea who they are.
Okay.
All I saw.
Okay.
And I saw she went down, and the guy over the top of her was doing this.
Okay.
And then he went inside.
Okay.
And I'm just for a second like, did I just see what I thought I saw?
Yeah.
I waited a minute. She didn't get up. I called 911. he came back out, yelled something, I couldn't hear what it was. Grabbed her feet, just rubbed her head side.
Okay.
Her head was bouncing off the step. The screen door was smacking her in the head.
Okay.
I was on with the dispatcher, told them all that. Then he came back out, had a bag and something else in his hand, got into his car. I called 911 back.
Yeah.
Gave him what plate I could get off of it. Gave him a description.
Okay.
And that's when I noticed the old guy walking around. He was walking around the yard. It looked like he was covered in blood.
Yeah.
That's when I told down, and he went up and sat on the porch, and I told him he's sitting on the porch now.
Yeah.
Then I wasn't sure if it was him that got stabbed, and he went out the back door, or I assume it was two.
I can't say.
Okay.
As investigators continue canvassing the neighborhood, another witness begins filling in the gaps, and what they describe paints a far more unsettling picture of the man at the center of the case.
What's your name, ma'am?
Claire Tenenfield.
Do you live here alone?
My husband went to sleep. No, I don't.
But you were here alone when this happened?
Yeah, I was in the room over here with my computer, and I could look out the door.
Did you hear anything or see
Tom
anything?
came out, and he did blood all over him.
Did he say anything, or did you hear him say anything?
I think he said something stabbed. Ken is his son's name. He's got a mental problem, but
Okay.
he's in his 40s.
Okay. Did you see Ken here at the house today?
I think I saw him run around and go up to the garage area, but I didn't see him. It's Barbara, I think?
Yeah. Barbara?
No, next door.
I'm not sure. I'm not totally sure.
The interview ends with a heartbreaking reminder that the full extent of the tragedy hasn't reached everyone yet. Although her account doesn't explain the attack, it suggests Kenneth is no mystery to those around him. As more neighbors, bystanders, and the media gather outside the Mortimer home, investigators realize speculation about what happened is already beginning to spread.
I don't have very much information. I just got here, so I'm just relaying what I'm told at this point. I honestly, to be honest with you, I got caught up here. I don't have much information at all. So
In the aftermath, investigators are faced with another difficult responsibility: informing Thomas and Barbara's loved ones. Their daughter and son-in-law soon arrive at the scene, unaware of the tragedy that has unfolded. But as they speak with investigators, the devastating reality begins to sink in, and the next few moments will become the most heartbreaking part of the entire investigation.
You want to head down to UC?
So we know that Tom is out there. We know that he was stabbed. We have kind of an idea of who did. We're concerned about Barb. She's not answering her phone. This is not normal.
If you guys, yeah.
Based on what I'm seeing here, I have an idea. The lay-in.
Barb is dead. She passed away.
My brother in jail.
We have him. You guys can go.
Kim, I got her.
Okay.
I got her.
Do you want me to bring your truck up?
Yeah. Thank you very much. Thank you.
All right.
Right now. Believe us, they don't believe us. Please listen. When people tell you that they are in danger, do not.
The daughter's reaction catches investigators off guard. The crime is shocking enough for the family, but what detectives hear next suggests the warning signs may have been there all along.
I know something.
That's probably the best people.
I know something.
We know that he's sad.
Alice down there. He's been
I hope so. This is not for you guys. The system failed us.
It did.
The system failed us. I mean, there was threats left and right. We were threatened.
What seemed like a single afternoon of violence now feels like the closing chapter of a much longer story. Soon after, the son-in-law offers a deeper look at the life Kenneth had been living.
They were threatened. Every time her father leaves to go do something, he's a veteran, and there's all kinds of stuff. He has a lot of health issues. I would run up to my home to stay there. But recently she had cancer and she has a back at home, and she was embarrassed to stay in my home. I actually set up a room for her to stay there. Comfortable. I'll be there. Just give me a second. I'll be right there. But she was too embarrassed. She's very close to me. We've tried. We've done everything we could to. It's what happened is what happened.
The family members describe a history of concerns surrounding Kenneth, yet none can explain how those concerns spiraled into murder. The answer seems to rest with Kenneth himself, the only person who holds the key to the questions investigators still can't explain. But before detectives can hear his side, a neighbor steps forward, and her account offers detectives a perspective they haven't heard before.
It makes me, because my friend OD'd in the front yard, I guess, and I stopped hanging out with all of them because I don't want to freaking be hanging out with that. And then I guess he lost his marbles, kind of, when I saw, kind of 10 years ago or something, and then I was at soccer practice, and they called me, like, because he called Mike, our friend, and said that he did it. And then I guess, like, called him, like, 4 times. Okay. And he has all the things, and I was about to just,
So, does he have any friends? Like, did he isolate himself from everybody?
like, his parents isolated him. Like, after Andy passed away, I tried to take him, like, the, thing for his layout and stuff, and his mom and his dad wouldn't let me see him. Like, they, like, were like, he's not allowed to be around anyone anymore.
Instead of answering questions, the the neighbor introduces an entirely new one. Kenneth grew isolated, and the years leading up to the attack reveal a pattern that nobody at the scene could see yet. Just as detectives begin looking into Kenneth's past, the same neighbor provides the first meaningful lead on where he might be.
No one's talked to Ken in like 10 years, but they just said that they found an abandoned car in White Oak, or in Mount Airy Forest. The doors open.
Who said that?
The news at Oak Ridge Lodge. This is what my friends just said. My friends live down by Putz's, on like down stone steps, like down that back street. If he's going anywhere, it's to one of those houses.
Realizing that this might be their only chance to find Kenneth, the officers waste no time and rush to search the Putzo area. And soon, they discover what appears to be an abandoned gray Honda parked just down the back street, the very car they have been looking for. But this isn't enough for the officer to work with. Kenneth is still on the run. Knowing he can't have gotten far on foot, officers fan out across the neighborhood, and within minutes, Kenneth is found hiding in one of the houses, finally arrested.
Kenneth, I'm going to slide these up real quick. I'm going to put the new ones on you, okay?
If you faggot drive me down to that hospital, never happened. Who are those two faggot? Because they're faggot, because I got injected.
Not very nice.
Well, I have never had that experience in Bago. You probably never heard of it. I don't know. You probably haven't. I just hope you never have the experience in Bago.
All right, Kenneth, we're going to step over to my car. You don't have anything else on you, correct? We got your wallet. Do you have any other property? Stay right here for me. Stay right here. I got your wallet. Where's your cell phone at, bud? You think it's in the car? That's fine. Thank you.
Kenneth has fresh injuries on his hand, and his jeans are stained with blood. From one of his pockets, officers recover Barbara's wedding ring, wrapped in a white cloth. Another piece of evidence linking him to the crime.
All right, my man. Have a seat, okay?
But even with that, officers need his confession, and an answer to the most important question. What drove Kenneth to turn on his own parents? To get the truth out of him, Kenneth is brought to the station for questioning.
Are either of you guys 2'6"?
I am available.
Okay. Just in case we start getting runs.
Can I just ask you nicely to take these handcuffs off and give me the keys to one of your cruisers? Please? I'll ring my cruiser bar. I don't see... What's so slow? So this is a detective from Green Township? So you have a detective. Like I was on your Facebook page, it looks like there's like no murders in Green Township. I mean, it looks like that might have changed. I don't know. I mean, I don't know what else to say besides telling CPD exactly what happened and told me my reason why. She came downstairs in the middle of the night when I was listening to Rihanna all night. And everybody said you have to listen to Rihanna. In 2010, you have to watch the video, and I didn't do it. I also had to avoid Poker Face, the video for Poker Face, when I started watching the video a month or two ago. The University of Cincinnati Hospital, because you're being gay. Being gay. They told me they were going to make me take a shot of Invega every month for the rest of my life. And then I went to they drove me from the hospital to a Summit Behavioral Health Center, and the judge and the red-haired girl were laughing during my hearing time.
At this point, detectives are struggling to keep Kenneth focused on a single subject. He jumps from one grievance to the next, and as detectives begin the interview, they quickly learn that every answer from Kenneth comes with a trail of distractions attached.
You're still living on Palm Hill?
Yes, sir.
That's what you call home?
Yeah.
It's a good phone number for you, Ken.
513. Why are you asking me what my phone number is?
Well, because I need it for this paperwork. I'm going to ask some other questions that I don't mean to be offensive, but we just have to ask them for our records, okay? So, did you finish high school? Did you graduate?
Yeah.
Did you go to college?
Earlier a couple months.
Okay, so you didn't graduate from college. You didn't associates or bachelor's or anything?
No, that's right.
Audio.
For now, detectives avoid the murder entirely and focus on Kenneth's life, trying to ease him into the conversation.
So, how long have you been living with mom and dad?
Since on and off, pretty much for 25 years. I've been living there since like 2015, pretty much is when I moved back in.
Did you ever, have you moved out to another apartment or anything like that? Where do you work?
I don't work anywhere.
Have you ever, where was the last place you worked?
I delivered food for DoorDash for 6 months last year.
Okay. And that was your only source of income?
Yeah.
How are you, like, paying the bills now, or?
I don't have any bills. They just buy my food and buy me just my food and my gas and stuff.
Okay, so mom and dad support you?
Yeah.
Financially, with how do you pay for your car?
Why are you asking me this?
Well, I'm just trying, I don't know you, Ken, so I'm just trying to get to know you a little.
I don't care. No. Don't try to get to, let's skip that part.
Okay.
Just don't try to get to know me.
Well, what do you want to talk about?
The conversation has drifted far from the murder, and strangely, that's when Kenneth becomes most defensive. Questions about his family and the years leading up to the crime draw a stronger reaction than the crime itself. Pushing detectives toward a part of Kenneth's past, he seems reluctant to revisit.
What else do you want to talk about?
Well, obviously you had a rough day, and I'm trying to get to understand why you had such a rough day.
I don't care. I spent 5 months in a psychiatric hospital in Michigan in 2022.
Okay.
So I don't care about anything.
Okay. What were you in there for? That why? Just because you don't care?
Because the judge didn't like me, and he found me incompetent to stand trial. He just didn't like me.
So you had been arrested in Michigan?
Yeah.
What were you arrested for?
I pulled up to some lady and hit a little dent in her car and told her to my goddamn. And she said, "Lick my mother." Drove off.
Dad, you spent 5 months in like psychiatric services.
I spent 7 months in jail and 5 months in a hospital.
So 12 months in Michigan.
Yeah.
And when you came back to Ohio in 2022?
Then in 2022, yeah.
Okay, and you moved in immediately with mom and dad?
Yeah.
Okay. So since 2022, how have you been getting along with mom and dad?
I don't see why it matters. I don't know why you're saying that.
Well, like I said, I'm trying to understand the situation.
I want to. You don't need to understand the situation. Everything happened. I don't want to talk about it. I don't know why you want to know why.
Well, I want to know what happened today. Is where we're going.
I told him to shut up. I told him just to shut up. They're just blabbering about something on the credit card statement.
Kenneth speaks openly about his psychiatric treatment and the assault charges he faced years earlier. Jail doesn't seem to bother him, but as they shift the conversation and Kenneth begins describing what happened inside the Mortimer home, one thing becomes impossible to ignore. Not once does Kenneth show any remorse.
Where was Dad when that happened?
He was sitting on the couch.
So your dad was on the couch when that happened?
Yeah.
And then what about mom? What was mom doing when that happened?
When I stayed with him, she stood up and she went, ah. I guess I just stayed up here. I don't really remember. She just started going outside and I just started staying more stuff like that. Just kept on sitting there. So
your dad stayed on the couch and your mom tried to go outside, or did you get outside?
She got outside and my dad just stayed sitting on the couch.
Okay. And where'd your mom go when she got outside?
She just didn't make it down the steps. She was just on the front porch.
Did she come back in, or did you?
I dragged her back in.
Okay, so you dragged her back into the house?
Yeah.
And then what was your dad doing at that point?
He was still sitting on the couch. So I think at one point he got up and started walking to the back door and he started saying, "Stop." He said, "You're killing me. Just stop, please." He said, "I'm begging you, please stop."
And with that single detail, the story takes a darker turn because detectives are no longer listening to an account of violence that spiraled out of control.
Damn.
They're listening to something far more deliberate.
So the biggest kitchen knife in the house.
What, when you say the biggest, about how long was it?
It was like that long.
Okay. Was it like a bread knife or a?
No, it was a big knife. It was a big, long knife.
Where's that knife now, do you know?
I don't know. It's probably sitting at my house unless you guys still get those evidence.
So, who did you stab mom first? Is that right?
No, I stabbed my dad first.
Okay.
Without flinching, Kenneth describes his murder weapon, suggesting it was deliberately chosen to ensure that the attack was fatal. But what he says happened next is even more disturbing.
I think he started walking. I think he was in the kitchen and he just told me to stop, I guess, maybe, or something. And then he started to walk. I was like, what is he doing? He was standing in the kitchen like this. And then he walked into the TV room towards the back door and he just told me to stop, please. I just said, please stop. He's killing me. I was just like, he's gonna walk out the back door.
And once he walked out the back door, did you follow?
No, I think I went out the front door.
So you went out the front door, and then where'd you go?
I just got in the car and left.
Okay. Do you remember where you drove?
No, I'm not talking about it anymore.
Okay.
What?
Have you thought about hurting your mom and dad before?
No, I'm not answering that question.
Why not?
I'm just not. I'm not answering that question either.
Have you ever thought about hurting anybody else?
I'm not answering that question.
Why don't you answer this question?
I'm just not.
You got a reason.
No, there's not a reason.
Are they nagging you to get a job or to do
No, they don't nag me to get a job. I was applying to get Social Security benefits.
Again, Kenneth seems more willing to talk about the attack than about what led up to it.
I cut up the shower curtain because the sound of the shower was stressing me out, so I cut a piece off, and then I had to use a towel to put outside the bathtub because water was leaking down, and she found a towel with a pretty soaked heavy towel, and she got upset.
Okay. When did you cut the shower curtain? Was it today? Was it yesterday?
A few weeks ago. I've been putting the towel down to stop the water from getting on the floor outside the bathtub.
And then she's been kind of on you about that for the last couple of weeks?
No, she just found out today that that's what I was doing, and she just got upset and was furious, and she went out to, I guess, bought a shower curtain at Target or Walmart or something.
How long was she kind of griping at you and yelling at you today about it?
I don't know, probably half an hour.
And after half an hour of that, you got pretty mad?
I don't remember. I just left.
When did you leave?
I don't remember. I just left a couple times today, and I went out and I bought a couple beers, and I went to the park, and I went to Mount Airy Forest and drove around, and then I drove back to the house.
The details sound painfully ordinary to explain the violence that followed. Yet, for reasons no one can fully grasp, they matter deeply to him. And the deeper detectives dig, the clearer it becomes that this case was never really about an argument.
I don't see why it matters. I don't know why you're saying that.
Like I said, I'm trying to understand the situation.
You don't need to understand the situation. Everything happened. I don't want to talk about it. I don't know why you want to know why.
Well, I want to know what happened today, is where we're going.
I told him to shut up. I told him just to shut up. They're just blabbering about something on the credit card statement. And I told them they weren't talking about anything. I told them to shut up. And then my mom said, you need to leave. She said, you're not staying here tonight. She said, go find a park bench or something. And I told her to just shut up again. And
where was mom when this happened?
They were just sitting on the couch. And she just said, you're not staying here tonight. I told her to shut up. And I told her to shut up again. And then my dad said, should we call the police? And my mom said, the police aren't going to do anything. We need to call the crisis unit. And I just grabbed a knife, stabbed my dad.
Okay.
By now, investigators have spent hours talking in circles, searching for the reason behind the violence. What comes next is the closest thing they'll get to an answer.
Why do you think your dad called the police at 911?
because he was bleeding. And he probably needed that.
And you caused him to bleed by stabbing?
I guess so, yeah.
So, did you want him to call the police?
I didn't really care. I was just like, I guess he's gonna call the police. I guess I just drove away.
Did you, when you never took his phone from him?
No, I didn't take his phone from him.
Did you keep him from calling anybody?
No.
So do you know that it's wrong to stab your dad?
I couldn't take it anymore. They were just stressing me.
According to Kenneth, the hospitalizations weren't help. They were betrayals. And even that day, Barbara kept urging Kenneth to return to the hospital, a confrontation that would ultimately escalate into a deadly attack.
I just told you I have spent too many times in a hospital, and that was it. I could not go back to the hospital that night. I had to drink vodka at all costs. And if that meant stabbing her to death, that's what happened. So what? That's it. That's what you're asking me. I'm telling you, that's it.
Did you know it was wrong to stab your mother to death?
I don't want to talk about that. I don't care. I don't want to talk about that.
Do you love your mom?
I just told you, I have a feeling you guys are just going to start getting so weird on me. I just could not stand her. I really had a connection with her until she started to act like she was going to kill herself, and that was it. She acted like she was going to kill herself last April or May, and then that was it.
And that didn't happen when you were younger?
What, her acting like she was going to kill herself?
Because your mom dealt with mental health issues while you were growing up?
She was so crazy. I don't know what she was doing when I was growing up. I just remember that I had been hospitalized like 5 times, and that was it. That was the last straw. I was not going back to the hospital. And she told me that I could not stay there the night. She told me to go find a park bench, and that was it.
All right, again, we're just trying to put it all together so we can understand. All right?
Right.
It's hard looking from the outside in. I understand, you've been dealing with this for a long time. So it's built up for you. We've been dealing with, this for a few hours, meaning, we don't know you from anybody else. You're the only one here that we can get these answers from right now. That's why we're trying to do this, okay? You understand me?
Yeah.
As the interview comes to an end, Kenneth finally stops his rambling. But after hours of explanations, detours, and justifications, one thing remains notably absent, which is Kenneth's genuine accountability. By this point, investigators have already pieced together the events inside the Mortimer home through physical evidence, witness testimony, and Kenneth's own statements. The motive remains complex, but years of resentment toward his parents appear to have played a central role. With the facts established, the case is now moving toward its final chapter. Kenneth Mortimer is arrested on August 9th, 2024, after fatally stabbing his 75-year-old mother, Barbara Mortimer, and severely injuring his 75-year-old father, Thomas. Nearly a year later, on August 8th, 2025, he pleads guilty to reduced charges of involuntary manslaughter, attempted murder, kidnapping, and felonious assault. Later that same day, he is sentenced to a minimum of 45 years in prison for killing his mother and attempting to kill his father.
She went down.
Do y'all think he should have got more time, or was that enough? Wow. Okay, we just gonna jump right into the next one. Says the insane story of Travis. Let's go.
I went to Starbucks and I come back to the apartment here. I come back up to my apartment, and this is on my dad's property. My dad owns this property, but this is where I reside. Anyway, I come in here, I come into my bathroom, and I notice in my bathroom that the toilet seat is up. The toilet seat is up on my toilet. I haven't put my toilet seat up. I know for a fact that this toilet seat was down. I know for a fact that the toilet seat was down. I never put my toilet seat up because I don't like it messing up my toilet.
This is Travis Ranking. Travis Ranking was born in Morton, a small town located in central Illinois. His parents, Jeffrey and Judy, raised him and his 3 siblings in a middle-class home. Jeffrey had his own crane rental company, J&J Cranes. Travis was homeschooled until grade 9. He attended 1 semester at a local high school just to be pulled out to continue being homeschooled. Due to this, Travis was never very social outside of his family. After school, Travis started working for his dad's company and even rented the apartment above the business headquarters in Tremont. Tremont is a quite isolated area, so Travis didn't have any neighbors nearby. In 2014, when Travis was about 24 years old, he started hearing voices in his head. In 2015, he began displaying clear signs that his mental health was deteriorating further. It was about a year later, in 2016, while attending a large concert, that Travis experienced something that appeared to become the catalyst in Travis's more aggressive downward spiral. Travis went to see Taylor Swift live at a concert. During her performance, Travis was convinced that he had seen Taylor make eye contact and mouth the word hello. From that point on, Travis was obsessed. He believed he and Taylor were now in an exclusive relationship, texting every day and even having small fights, as most couples do, and so on. He even started to send Taylor letters. One of them read, "Taylor, I'm really confused right now. I don't know if it was you in the pictures on Instagram, or if it was someone who looks like you. Do you really have a twin sister? If you do, which one of you am I really in love with then? I want the Taylor that wrote those beautiful songs and sang to me at her concert. Maybe Taylor 1 wrote half, and Taylor 2 wrote the other half. Maybe I saw Taylor 1 in Morton and Taylor 2 in concert. Who is the girl in the music videos then? At one point, Travis had claimed to have made plans with Taylor. Plans for the two of them to meet at a Dairy Queen. When he arrived at the Dairy Queen, he went inside, and there Taylor was in all her glory. But apparently, Taylor then ran outside and climbed to the top of the building. So naturally, Travis followed her to the top of the Dairy Queen. The cops were called, but no charges were placed, as no serious crime was committed. It was at this point that Travis's parents reached a level of concern that was enough to call the police and ask if they were able to help him. Travis became paranoid and suspicious of the people that were genuinely trying to help him live a healthy life. Regardless, he reluctantly agreed to go to the hospital and seek professional guidance. After 9 days in the hospital, doctors diagnosed him with schizophrenia. They gave him a handful of medication to prevent him from experiencing another episode. But of course, Travis wouldn't take this medication as he was prescribed. Statistics on men's mental health state that men in their mid-20s to mid-30s are the most likely demographic to develop schizophrenia. It is usually caused by a family history of the illness, or circumstantial factors like pregnancy or birth complications, or even by experimenting with mind-altering drugs during the teen years or early adulthood. Although we can't say with absolute certainty what led to Travis developing a form of advanced schizophrenia, there is still a likelihood that the isolation throughout his life with a lack of early treatment certainly amplified his symptoms. This is only the beginning of Travis's downward spiral. A couple of months later, Travis moved to Salida, Colorado. From August 2016 to March 2017, Travis worked in the crane industry thanks to a family friend who had helped set him up with the opportunity. While working, Travis would continually tell his coworkers about his longtime girlfriend, Taylor, aka Taylor Swift. He would ramble on constantly about all of their relationship endeavors, and he even purchased a ring that was worth about $14,000. However, instead of him being obsessed with Taylor Swift, Taylor was now obsessed with him. According to Travis, Taylor now was stalking him, as well as hacking into his Netflix, YouTube, and Facebook accounts in order to manipulate his personalized algorithms. What happened next is almost too bizarre to believe without hearing for yourself.
911 emergency.
Yeah, I need to report something, and every time I go to the sheriff's office, it's closed.
Okay, what do you need to report?
I have somebody stalking me around town, and I do not appreciate it. I wanted to stop, and no one seems to take me seriously when I say that.
Okay, and who is it that's stalking you?
Taylor Swift.
Okay, and what is she doing? Do you say she's stalking you?
Yeah, I mean, everywhere I go, like, they're stalking on the internet, they're stalking me, like, in person. Everywhere I go, I'm pretty sure, like, the police here are involved in it. And, like, I wanted to stop. It's stupid. No one has the right to do that to me.
What exactly are they doing?
They're getting, like, they're doing some kind of, like, I don't know exactly how they're doing it, but somehow they're, like, getting on my Facebook, they're getting on my YouTube, they're getting on my Netflix, and they're changing the videos that I see as they pop up.
Okay, I'll have an officer come meet you at your house then.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah, thank you.
Uh-huh.
Bye.
Travis left Salida, Colorado, after progressively losing trust in the police that worked there. He moved back to the apartment in Tremont and began working for his father again. But the absurdity didn't stop there. Just 3 months after he moved back to Tremont, Travis put on a pink dress and equipped an AR-15. He then approached a worker at J&J's Cranes while screaming. He ran away, drove to a local public pool, and jumped in the pool while still wearing the pink dress. When the police were contacted due to his extremely bizarre behavior, he promptly stripped and exposed himself to the police. Around the same time frame, Travis filmed this video showcasing the extent of his delusions.
Like, look at these people. They're afraid, and yet they expect me not to be. Like, look, they're coming in here, they're doing this stuff in my apartment, and then I'm not supposed to be scared? Like, oh, I'm just supposed to accept that this happens? This is insane. These people are insane. I want this to stop. This is ridiculous. And I'm tired of getting worked up, and I don't know why I have to be mean to people or call people names in order to get them to off. You know, that's the only word I can use. It's like, look, I don't want you around anymore. I never did. Like, I didn't ever ask anybody into my apartment. I've never done that. I don't want them anywhere near here. I mean, this whole thing is criminal, what these people are doing to me, and then they blow it off like it's just some game, and I'm just supposed to be okay with it, when they're not even okay with this stuff. It's stupid. And when you come in here and do this stuff, that just tells me you're a fucking criminal, that you believe guys are criminals, and that's wrong. Like, all guys aren't criminals, you know? And I don't like you because of the way you portray men. You're sick. I don't want anything to do with people like that.
In July of 2017, Travis drove all the way to the White House and drew a crowd by making a scene. He was exclaiming that he was actually a sovereign citizen, and that he possessed the right to inspect the White House grounds. This incident resulted in 32 hours of community service and all of Travis's weapons to be confiscated by the police. The police eventually returned all of these items to Travis's father, but he was obligated to keep them away from Travis. The next year, on February 23rd, 2018, a mother staying at a Tremont hotel with her 2 children contacted the police about a man who was screaming and had broken into her room when she asked him to quiet down.
I came out here to my car, and this man down here was running up and down up the top, and then down here screaming at everyone's door, telling them he'll make as much noise as he wants. And I looked at him, I said, I have kids, and they're getting ready for bed. And he was right there at that white truck, literally ran into our hotel and tried to hit me. Acted like he was going to put his hands on me.
Okay. Where's he at now?
He's down there with the man that owns this place.
Down towards
They're
the
walking
office,
toward the office.
237. Hey man, what's going on?
How's it going?
Good.
I don't know, I'm trying to get a refund.
Okay, we just got a call that you just went in somebody else's room.
No, I didn't go in anyone's room.
You got your ID on you?
Yeah.
The reason I'm here is we just got a call from, I think it's room 125.
that you went into the room without being invited in, basically?
No, I didn't ever do anything.
Okay. Were you banging on the door or anything like that?
No, I was walking by trying to figure out who's knocking on my window. Someone's knocking on my window outside of the building. They come outside on the railing, right out front of the door. You know, there's no one who's standing right in front of my door.
Okay.
And they'll be talking loud at night. They'll knock on the windows and then walk off, and I don't know who it is. This lady then comes walking up and she's like, "What are you doing?" Blah blah blah. You know, sticking her nose in the business. Like, if you just got here, I mean, apparently you have nothing to do with it. But now she wants to police people, and she's like, "What are you doing? You know, just leave me alone."
Okay. Are you planning on going to a different hotel?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's unclear if any treatment was given to Travis at all following his initial diagnosis, and if there was any, it appeared as though it was definitely not working. His schizophrenic episodes were becoming more and more frequent, and his behavior was becoming more erratic. Travis was fired from his job in April of 2018. He quickly found a new job, and after showing up for one day of work, he never went to this workplace again. In May of 2018, Travis stole a BMW from a dealership and went for a joyride, which resulted in a brief police chase through the streets of Tremont. This concluded with Travis abandoning the vehicle very close to his apartment. At the time, officers were unable to piece together that Travis was responsible for the theft and subsequent car chase, so he was not arrested or charged for this incident. At 3:20 a.m. on April 22nd, 2018, Travis Ranking pulled into a Waffle House parking lot. He sat in his gold Chevrolet Silverado pickup truck for approximately 4 minutes. Waffle House is a very popular late-night restaurant, one of few food chains that are typically open 24/7. It is often a go-to for partygoers after having a night out, or for people looking for a late-night snack when everything else is closed. So, during the early hours of this specific Saturday, at around 3:20 a.m., the restaurant was full of customers. At 3:24 a.m., Travis exited his vehicle, revealing his outfit, which was nothing at all except for a green jacket. Travis then began walking towards the Waffle House, barefoot and partially exposed, apparently experiencing another schizophrenic episode, this time appearing far more severe. Travis was carrying an AR-15 again, the one his father was told by the court not to give him. He opened fire on the two people outside of the building. The first was Joey Perez Jr., who was nearly entering the restaurant. The second was a longtime Waffle House employee and cook, Taurine Sanderlin, who was outside for a quick smoke break. Both of these shootings were fatal. Travis then proceeded to unload into the restaurant through the glass windows. Some customers were able to flee into the bathroom, and in a panic to protect their own lives, they locked the doors behind them, mistakenly locking out any other customers who were also trying to escape. One woman pretended that she was deceased by falling between the chairs and the counter and keeping her eyes completely closed. Other customers hid behind a swinging back door, including James Shaw Jr. James knew that if Travis found them hiding in the back, they may too fall victim to his attack. While Travis was reloading, James seized the opportunity. He lunged at Travis and grabbed a hold of the weapon, which resulted in burns to his hands. The two then struggled for several moments before James ultimately forced it out of Travis's hands and threw it behind the counter. He proceeded to shove Travis out of the building. Travis then took off his jacket, left it on the sidewalk, and ran into the woods nearby. 4 people were killed in this shooting. Investigators were able to quickly link this attack to Travis, due to a plethora of surveillance footage as well as victim statements. A manhunt for Travis Ranking quickly began.
An intense manhunt is underway for a gunman who opened fire early today at a Waffle House near Nashville, Tennessee. At least 4 people are dead. 2 others are critically wounded. The gunman was half naked and armed with a semi-automatic assault-style rifle.
Travis managed to get back to his apartment, shower, change his clothes, and pack a getaway bag, which included a single handgun. Law enforcement immediately advised the local community that there was a dangerous criminal on the loose. They advised everybody to lock the doors and to stay inside while this manhunt was underway. Travis Ranking was quickly placed in the top 10 of the FBI's most wanted list, and investigators used every resource available to attempt to locate him within the days following the attack, including the assistance of the K-9 unit. After approximately 36 hours, a phone call was received by a potential witness.
911, what's the address of your emergency?
There's a man that just walked through my job, dark pants, dark shirt, wearing a backpack. From a distance, it looks like this guy. He's got mud all over him. He's a white male.
Okay.
Looks to be about maybe 5'10", 6 foot. He's wearing dark pants, a dark shirt, and a black backpack.
About 4 months after the Waffle House attack, in August of 2018, Travis was evaluated by a team of professionals that found him to be unfit to stand trial. The case was then put on hold for months after the attack while Ranking was being treated for schizophrenia. A judge then later deemed him fit for trial. Travis was facing 16 charges: 4 counts of first-degree premeditated murder, 4 counts of attempted first-degree premeditated murder, 4 counts of unlawful employment of a firearm during the commission of a felony, and 4 counts of first-degree felony murder. Travis's trial began about 3.5 years later, in early 2022, and Travis Ranking pled not guilty to all of the counts due to reason of insanity. One of the most notable testimonies from this trial would be that of James Shaw Jr., the man who single-handedly stopped the attack and disarmed Travis.
And the cook is the other cook. After Torrance stepped out, the other cook is washing dishes. And as he's washing these dishes, we're just looking at him because he's stacking them on the shelf. And he keeps stacking them and stacking them. And I guess they had to be at least 12 or 15 plates high. And we're like, those plates are going to come down. They're going to crash to the ground. So we have a small little joke about that. Mind you, my phone is on the countertop of the bar. No sooner do we start joking and laughing about that, you know, you kind of hear a noise. I didn't really pay attention. I kind of turn over my left hand shoulder, and you can see this figure kind of falling. Now that I know that's Joe Perez, and then the windows are shot out. It looks like a silver glitter is going through the air.
Was there ever a pause in the gunshots?
Yes, it was.
What did you do when you heard the pause?
I acted.
What do you mean by that?
There was a voice that told me to do it. Do it now. And I acted upon that voice. Because I didn't see any other way. That's why I didn't go in the bathroom. Because I told myself that's like shooting fish in a barrel, literally. So I wanted to stay outside that door. Try to keep eye on him and just try to find my moment. Just try to find my opportunity. And it presented itself.
Good job.
On February 4th, 2022, a jury found Travis Ranking guilty of all charges, and he was sentenced to 4 counts of life in prison without the possibility of parole. Jeffrey Ranking also faced charges in Illinois over accusations that he provided his son with the rifle used in the shooting. He pled not guilty. However, he later admitted to opening the safe where the guns were stored. Ultimately, Jeffrey Ranking was found guilty. After filing a motion to reconsider, his sentencing has been delayed. And after the events that took place on April 22nd, 2018, James Shaw Jr. was honored for his bravery.
You were confronted with the most unspeakable evil imaginable, and you acted with the utmost honor and heroism imaginable. And I want to say, James Shaw Jr., that you are my hero, and you are Tennessee's hero.
I do once again apologize to the people that lost loved ones, friends or family.
James also started a GoFundMe for the funerals of the victims. He raised over $215,000.
That's dope.
Travis Ranking currently resides at the Morgan County Correctional Complex.
He should be under the damn jail. Damn, cuz. I'm just trying to figure out why he gets so many chances. That's the killer part. Like, cuz you don't need to get all of them chances, man. Like, you're just doing way too much. All right, so we just gonna go on to the next case because we still rocking and rolling. I got a shorty but goodie. This one say, "Mommy, please come home." Boy cries and the officer learns how long he's been waiting there.
At 1 in the morning on October 30th, officers patrolling a quiet complex spotted a 5-year-old child wandering alone in the freezing dark, wrapped in a thin blanket without shoes.
Why are you outside by yourself? I'm off away with the police department. You okay? Where you live? Come here, buddy. I can't hear you.
603.
Huh? 603? 603? Why are you outside by yourself?
I'm looking for my mom.
Looking for your mom?
Tried to locate his home. The young boy revealed a detail that turned a routine welfare check into an urgent investigation.
Does your mommy work at night, usually?
Officers placed the child inside the warm patrol car while attempting to figure out where he lived. The boy pointed toward neighboring doors, mentioning building numbers without knowing a full address.
Okay.
Pushing it in the house.
Alright, buddy. You know where your mommy usually goes? You want to sit in the front seat? You want to sit on your couch? Does she have any friends here? You know where her friend's house is? No. Where's it at?
One's over there.
You know the numbers? Is it? You say this one here? 6. Hey, buddy, this is my partner, Officer Sprack. He's a real cool guy. He's gonna hang out with you for just a second, okay?
While one officer kept the boy safe, a woman approached the patrol car, appearing visibly disoriented and slurring her words.
Who's Courtney?
Courtney Elliott.
Okay. Where were you?
I was at the bar. She was supposed to watch him talking loud.
Okay. Well, she's not. And she didn't at all.
Okay.
So this is a real problem because your 5-year-old son's standing on the corner of Sherman Park.
Cheyenne insisted her babysitter lived just steps away in apartment 606. Officers demanded to speak with the sitter directly to verify her account.
I need to speak with your babysitter.
Like, I grab him and take him with me.
That's fine with me. I don't care. That's your son, right?
Yeah, of course.
Is she in one of these apartments? Okay. I want to knock and talk to her. Here, you can step back a little bit. This is where she lives?
Yeah.
When officers knocked on Courtney's door, they uncovered a setup that directly contradicted Cheyenne's claims.
Sherman Park. Hi, are you Courtney? Yeah. All right, come on out here. Come on out here. Close the door behind you. He can stay inside. I don't need to talk to him. You can stay in there.
Okay.
You can stay in there.
Okay.
So, are you supposed to be babysitting anybody right now?
Yeah.
Okay. Why aren't you?
She told me to go check on him and come back.
When was that?
Right before I went to bed.
Which was? It's 1:15 now.
Around 10.
So you aren't actually babysitting him? You're just checking on him periodically?
Yeah.
Is that the deal? You're supposed to go check on him once an hour? Or like, hey, will you go check on him one time and then come back home kind of thing?
From what I heard, it was check on him one time.
Faced with Courtney's statement, officers walked back to Cheyenne to confront her with the discrepancy.
Here's the deal. She said you asked her to go check on him at 10 p.m. There was no agreement to watch him.
I told him to check on him every so often. Yes, I did say that for sure.
Okay, she's saying you did.
But I did.
Yeah.
It's not good enough. Does that
He's 5.
I know he's 5. But he comes in, I give him a bath, I give him his medicine, and he goes to bed.
So I understand things happen, but we're worried about the 5-year-old boy. Okay.
But my son is fine. Because I'm not that type of mom. I'm not that type of person. And this has happened at the wrong.
Cheyenne dismissed the danger entirely, claiming her 5-year-old was independent enough to care for himself. But police soon noticed another concerning detail about how Cheyenne arrived.
Because you had absolutely no plan to take care of him through the night he's 5 years old. So if you don't want this to go a different way, I suggest you simmer down right now.
That's why I'm mad right now.
Give me your date of birth.
62501. That's why I'm upset.
01?
Yes, 25. It's
How much you had to drink
62501.
tonight? Because you just drove here and I saw you.
I didn't drive here.
Yes, you did.
No, I didn't drive here.
Okay.
I for sure did not drive here. I was never behind wheels.
While Cheyenne denied driving intoxicated, officers realized there was a second child involved. Courtney revealed Cheyenne had dropped off a 7-month-old infant earlier, without mentioning the 5-year-old was home alone.
Yeah, because, she was on the phone with me before she came and dropped her off, and she's like, well, I do have just Sean, and I'm like, well, I have an extra bedroom.
Hey, Courtney, what I want you to do is, she might be a little upset, okay? So what I want you to do is, take your baby and your boyfriend, husband, brother, whatever it is, go back in your house, shut your door, lock it. If she comes beating on your door, call us back, okay? Because I don't know what her intentions are tonight, okay?
Knowing Cheyenne was too intoxicated to care for either child, officers needed to locate another responsible adult immediately.
Cheyenne, is there anybody in this area that could watch your baby tonight? Maybe a family member or something?
Their dad.
Okay. Where's their dad at?
It's right there with my job.
So,
Police contacted the children's father to take immediate custody. As officers prepared a court summons for child endangerment, Cheyenne's calm facade broke completely.
hey, Cheyenne, come here. All right, so I'm giving you a summons to court on 11/8, November 8th. Okay, that's next month, about a week. Okay, for endangering children. All right.
When the father arrived at the apartment complex accompanied by family, the situation instantly boiled over into an argument.
We were driving by and we saw a 5-year-old. I had your son standing right here by the building. Hold on, I gotta get custody of my kid. No, just no, absolutely. The reporters. Am I gonna be able to get him before that happened? Now we go with you right now. She said she was already cultural service and they said it's fine. So I'm not gonna have to get custody immediately, or no, it's not going. I'm not gonna be allowed to get custody immediately. That's what I said.
We get to the court. You can call out.
Okay.
Get all children's services tomorrow. She got cultural services ASAP and hour. That's stop sign. Okay. So this kid gonna need you. Saying.
I appreciate you. That was time.
As the father tried to carry the infant safely toward his vehicle, Cheyenne physically lunged forward to snatch the baby out of his arms.
Hey, we're not gonna fight over the baby. Stop.
I'm not fighting my baby.
Let go of him. Let go of him. We already agreed to a change of custody. Get off of it.
With her behavior escalating dangerously in front of both children, officers stepped in immediately to restrain her.
Come here. Place hands on your back. Hands on your back. You're gonna be placed under arrest right now. Disorderly intox. Okay, put your hands together like your friend.
Why am I getting arrested? What?
Disorderly conduct by intox. Okay, we don't believe that you are able to take care of yourself because I believe you drove here.
I am. We'll go to sleep, bro. Like, I'm not intoxicated, not enough to go to sleep.
Officers ensured the children were safely inside their father's car before leading Cheyenne away to minimize trauma to the kids.
I promise I'm talking about so straight right now, bro. Like, I'm not.
Cheyenne, let's just get.
I swear to God, though.
Hey, don't turn around on me. You're all right. Listen, intox is 8 hours. You be out in the morning. Okay, it's only an 8-hour hold. Be out in the morning. I wrote you a summons for the other thing that would actually hold you. Okay, so you're gonna be good in 8 hours. You're gonna be out here. You can fight your case. I'm doing you a favor. Out of respect for you, I'm gonna let your kids get in their car and then I'm gonna walk you out. Okay? I don't want your kids seeing all this.
You're my father.
Cheyenne Tyler was transported to the Ross County Jail, charged with child endangerment and disorderly conduct. Both children were left safely in the care of their father, while the case was referred to Child Protective Services.
I'm glad the father got the kids in that one, man. They do got 2 parents, so that's always a good one. Short but goody. So now we got a crybaby killer teen begs for a hug before lockup. Wow, what's this one about? I know the girl is pretty though.
A teenage girl is walking back from the movies with her friends, but she never makes it home.
Those girls, despite thinking at the moment this might be a prank, it's because it was terrifying. They were armed individuals with these girls on a dark street where there was no one else around.
It wouldn't take long for detectives to arrest 2 teenage boys, but only one is accused of pulling the trigger.
If before I walk out the courtroom, if I could give my family a hug, if you would allow that.
No, I can't grant that request in here.
Okay, that's fine.
This is Inside the Crime, presented by Law and Crime. I'm Elizabeth Miller. Prosecutors argue the victim was targeted randomly. The suspects were planning to rob her, but one gunshot turned a robbery case into a murder investigation. It's March 17, 2024. We're in Cape Coral, Florida. Just before 10 p.m. that night, 15-year-old Kayla Racone Miller and her friends were heading back from the Coralwood 10 movie theater. The girls were reportedly heading to a McDonald's nearby when suddenly a car pulled up and blinded them with its headlights. One of the girls would later tell investigators someone got out of the van and tried to rob them. During the chaos, the suspect reportedly pulled out a gun and fired. The shot reportedly hit Kayla in the chest. She was rushed to the hospital where she died from her injuries. By that point, the suspects were already in the wind, and detectives were working to identify them. It didn't take long. 2 days after the shooting, officers had one suspect in custody, 16-year-old Thomas Roy Stein. Investigators say the SUV that pulled up alongside Kayla and her friends had been rented by Thomas's mother. Despite his age, prosecutors ultimately chose to move forward with charging Thomas as an adult. Then about a month after the shooting, investigators arrest another suspect, 16-year-old Christopher Horn Jr. Just like Thomas, Christopher's case was also moved to adult court. Both teens were charged as principals of homicide while engaged in robbery. Then in August of 2024, both were indicted on first-degree murder charges. It would take years before one of the cases even went before a jury, and that's because of a lot of unexpected twists and turns. In early May of 2024, Christopher Horn Jr.'s mom, dad, and aunt were all arrested on allegations of obstruction of justice. The trio was accused of trying to get Thomas Stein's mother to not cooperate with the investigation. In May of 2025, prosecutors reportedly dropped the charges. In September of 2025, Christopher Horn Jr. decided not to take the case in front of a jury, and instead pleaded no contest to second-degree murder. As a part of his plea arrangement, he agreed to testify against Thomas Stein for a reduced sentence. And that's exactly what happened when Thomas went on trial.
Where do you live?
In jail. By the time Christopher testifies in Thomas's trial, he's 18 years old, and he's been held in the Lake County Jail since his arrest. Again, he's testifying as a witness for the state, and his plea agreement is tied to his cooperation, including his testimony in court.
On March 17th, 2024, there was a murder in Fort Myers. You understand that? Yeah. I'm sorry, Cape Coral. Is that true? Yeah. 2 months before that, well, let's check that. How long had you known Thomas Stein for? Like a month, probably. Why'd you get rid of your cell phone? Because I know my phone is linked to, it's going to be linked to the murder scene. You knew the phone was going to be linked to the murder scene? Yeah. Did you have plans to commit a robbery on that phone? What do you mean? Did you have plans to commit a robbery on the phone? I don't know what you're saying. Did you make plans with anyone that night? When? March 17, 2024. It wasn't really plans, it was out of nowhere. Just out of nowhere? Yeah. So, who were you communicating with? Yeah, what do you mean? Who were you communicating with that night prior to the murder? My co-defendant. Who besides Thomas Stein? My cousins. The plan that you made with Thomas Stein that night, what was it? You said what was it? It was supposed to go hit cars and kick car probably, but everything turned left. So the plan was go hit cars. What do you mean by hitting cars? Breaking into cars. Right. When you say breaking into cars, do you mean with like a Slim Jim, or do you mean just trying door handles? You know what I'm talking about, bro. You're trying to be funny, but you know what I'm talking about. Breaking into cars. Just ask the court directly to answer the questions.
So you just have to respond to each of these questions.
I am. So did you have a Slim Jim? Were you actually going to break into the car, or were you just trying door handles? I don't even know what a Slim Jim is. Okay. Were you just trying door handles? Yeah. Were you going to break windows? No. If you're going around trying to go into cars that are open, why'd you have a gun on? I had no gun on me. I got a gun from my co-defendant. I had no gun. I just got a gun. You just got a gun? Yes. So why would you carry the gun with you to break into cars? The gun was in the car. The gun was in the car? Yes. So why was the gun in the car? I don't know. The gun was already in the car before I got picked up. Why'd you have a mask? I just got the mask. I wear the mask before the robbery. I just got the mask. Where'd you get the mask from? My co-defendant I took from. You took it from? Yeah. You've known Thomas Stein for about a month, you said, right? Yeah. Before this happened? Yeah. You described him as sweet, right? Yeah. Sweet meaning that you can take things from him like a mask? No, it's just like, no. That you can come over and smoke his marijuana, right? No. That you can get him to do what you want him to do?
Overruled. You can answer the question.
You can get Thomas Stein to do what you want him to do, right? No.
Since Kayla's murder, there's been a lot of looming questions. Like, who was the shooter? When questioned by Thomas's attorney, Christopher testifies he knows who the shooter is.
So you look back at that exact moment, and Thomas Stein shoots Kayla. Is that what you're saying? Yeah. What gun did he have? 40 cal. 40 cal? Yeah. Had you seen that gun before? Yeah. Had you held that gun before? Yeah. Prior to stopping with these girls, did you use any drugs? Did you use any drugs? Me? Yes. Yeah. What'd you use? I was always on drugs. You're always on drugs? Yes. What were you using? Marijuana, I think I popped pills. What kind of pills? You're popping pills? Yeah. Weren't you any fentanyl? No. So after the shot rings off, you get back in the car, is that right? I run. I asked him. I started screaming. I asked him, why did you shoot? Why did you shoot? So when the girls said they heard somebody say that was you saying that? Yes. So when you got back in the car, you opened another door besides your own? Yeah, because I was nervous trying to run to the back, just trying to look and run at the same time. So you ran to the back door? I ran to the back door. I got the back door. I shut it, and I ran to the front door, the passenger seat. Why? Because I was nervous. You were so nervous about getting the car fast enough, you went to the wrong door? Yeah. So why'd you get rid of the gun? Because I didn't want to get caught with it. You didn't want to get caught with it? Yeah. That gun had no link whatsoever to the murder? No. But you still got rid of it? Yeah. In fact, I think you got rid of the gun separate from the magazine, right? Yeah. And the bullets? Yeah. So in a different location, you discard the gun. At another location, you discard the magazine and bullets. Yeah. We kind of touched on this briefly, but you provided some information to law enforcement, is that right? What do you mean? You gave them a proffer? Yeah. So it's like a preview of your testimony to law enforcement, right? Yeah. What your testimony would be if you were called to testify at trial? Yeah. And you did that with the assistance of your attorney? You did that with the assistance of an attorney, Mr. Hyder? Yeah. Before the proffer was made, you were arrested, right? You were arrested for the murder? The robbery? The proffer was made. I ain't never. What do you mean? You were arrested for the murder and the robbery, right? Yeah. About a month after Thomas Stein? Yeah. You were in hiding, correct? I wasn't hiding. I was in the city. I wasn't hiding. I gave myself up. I could have left. I wasn't hiding because I knew I was dead wrong. Did Thomas Stein ever threaten to call 911 and call the police and tell them what happened? He was trolling, yeah. He was trolling? Yeah, he called my phone after it happened. And he was trolling. He wanted to call the police? No, he was trolling. He was playing, he was joking, laughing about the situation, thinking it's funny. He was thinking it's funny? Yeah, he was trolling, thinking it's funny.
this situation here with Kayla Rico Miller being dead and shot, and a robbery gone sideways. You're saying he thought that was funny?
Yeah, he thought it was all a joke.
According to Christopher's testimony, he and Thomas initially planned to rob people at a nearby ATM, but instead they spotted Kayla and her friends.
And T gets out with his Glock he's holding, and he goes toward Kayla.
Yeah.
And you didn't know Kayla Rincon Miller until afterward, correct?
Yeah.
And he goes toward her, and you are in front of the white girl.
Yeah.
And you point your gun, and you are both demanding that they give them your stuff, correct? Yeah. And did you even have a chance to take their stuff at that time?
I didn't even have it, but I didn't even demand like my mouth because it was so fast.
When you say it was so fast, a bullet was fired.
2 seconds still, and it wasn't a long time. It was 2 seconds.
After Christopher was off the stand, the case turned to the defense, and the defense planned to call Thomas Stein to the stand.
Let's get this out of the way first thing. Did you shoot and kill Kayla Rincon Miller?
No, sir.
Do you know who did?
Yes, sir.
We'll get to that in a second. Who pays your bills?
My mom.
Okay. And what did she pay for? Did she pay for gas?
I didn't really have any bills, but she paid for pretty much everything. Food, housing.
Cell phone?
Cell phone bill.
She was aware that you smoked marijuana?
Yes, sir.
You ever do it in the house?
No.
That was an outside thing, right?
Yeah.
Away from the siblings?
Yeah.
Was your mom comfortable with you going out other places and smoking marijuana?
Yes, sir. She didn't really have any concern about it, just as long as like I'm in like a controlled environment, like not getting in trouble.
So she'd rather have eyes on you, you get in trouble at home than elsewhere?
Yes, like she'd rather me do it at the house instead of like being elsewhere and possibly getting in trouble.
She had guns in the home?
Yes, sir.
Right. Tell me about the Glock that she had in the home.
The Glock, it's a Generation 5. It's a 40 caliber. I've had a chance to shoot it myself. I've been to the gun range on multiple different occasions.
While on the stand, Thomas tells a very different story from Christopher's testimony.
So at some point you see the 3 girls, right?
Yes, sir.
Did any of them look like guys?
No, sir.
You see the 3 girls, and what do you do?
We're driving down the road, and we see the 3 girls, and we're all kind of just looking at them. We're checking them out, like we're kind of just like who's the best one? Like they're like beautiful girls, so we're just kind of like seeing which one looks the best, like off our opinions. So
is this when you're kind of driving by real slow, and you're looking at them, right?
Yeah.
And you kind of like stare at them in your face?
Yeah.
Do you see them look back at you?
Yes, sir.
Does anyone in the car seem to recognize any of the girls?
One of the individuals told me, he said he thinks he recognizes one of them.
Were you aware that Chris had your 1911?
Yes, sir.
Did you have a Glock that night?
No, sir.
Did you have a mask?
No, sir.
Did you have anything to cover your face?
No, sir. I had a hoodie put over my head.
Did you have it up?
No, sir.
So you turn around and you approach the 3 ladies in the room, right?
Yes, sir.
So when the car door opens and the car's in drive, the door starts beeping?
Yeah, when the vehicle's in drive, it'll beep when the door's open.
And that's how you knew someone had opened the back door?
Yes, sir.
And you can see that no one had opened the front door?
Yes, sir. Christopher was right there. He didn't open it.
So the back door was crack open in your room?
Yeah, it was just slightly cracked.
What happened then?
As we get up, we get out the car, and everybody, I look back because I'm kind of expecting JD to like say something. And as he's getting out of the vehicle, I notice him. When I first seen him, I noticed he had what I thought at the time it was a do-rag, but turns out to be a ski mask. He pulls the ski mask down, and I'm just looking at him. He pulls firearm out, runs up, and then they're trying to rob these girls. Everybody.
All right, so the 3 doors open, your door's already open, right?
Yes,
but do you leave your driver's side door?
I stand by the driver's side door at first.
Right. Who approaches the white girl that we know as Emma?
Christopher.
All right, so Buster goes to bed.
Yes, sir.
Who goes to the wing?
Trey.
Trey.
Yes, sir.
What does Trey wear?
Trey, he was wearing a red jacket, I think, red hoodie.
Red hoodie?
Yeah.
Okay. Did it have anything on front of it?
Not that I remember.
And who goes to Kayla?
JD.
What's JD wearing?
JD has all black.
Is he wearing anything to cover his face?
Yes.
Does JD have a gun?
Yes.
Does Chris have a gun?
Yes.
Do you know whether or not Trey has a gun?
Not 100. He had to, yeah.
You're assuming that he did?
Yeah.
So what's going on at this scene? You're just kind of seeing this unfold before you. What's happening?
I'm just, well, it was in moments. It was like, as they get out the car, it's within 10 seconds. Christopher runs up to Emma, Trey runs up to Deja, and JD's at Kayla. And everybody kind of like struggling. And out of the 3 of them, I kind of noticed Kayla and JD, they're kind of almost in like altercation. They're fighting.
Like almost line?
Yeah, like it's like they're moving back and forth. Like it looks like they're fighting. Like Kayla's defending herself from him.
What do you do?
So at this point, I kind of run up to separate them. Like, and before I even get up, that's when the gun went off.
So before you even arrived at the 2 of them, the gun had gone off?
Yes, sir.
When the gun went off, what did you do?
I was shocked. I was shocked. I was like, I believe I said, I was like, oh, or something to that effect.
Did you hear someone yell, "Why did you shoot her? Why'd you shoot?"
Yes, sir.
You guys got back in the car, right?
Yes, sir. We all ran back to the vehicle.
Under cross-examination by the state, Thomas seems to point the finger at someone else in the car as being the shooter. But prosecutors argue he was the driver of the car that was rented by his mom.
But again, going back to what the plan was for that night, it's your testimony that you weren't going to go rob someone.
Yes, ma'am.
You'd abandoned the plan of car hopping.
That's what we were going to do, and then it just kind of, that's when we seen these girls. Nothing was ever planned. I didn't know anything was going to happen.
How many times did you drive past the girls?
I think we drove past them one time and then made the U-turn, and then that's when I think that's when everybody got out. It might have been, I think we might have possibly drove past them one more time, but I don't really remember.
In fact, you drove past them once, twice, and a third time before you turned around and flashed them with your high beams, isn't that right?
Yes, ma'am. I think so.
And in that time that you're circling back and forth, y'all aren't discussing what's going to happen when y'all stop?
No, man, we were just talking about, like I said, JD said he might have knew her. I don't know which one he was referring to, but he said he might have knew her, and like they wanted to say what's up. In my head, I'm thinking they just want to talk to her. Like, not talk to her, but like hit on her.
In fact, aren't you building up your nerve by driving back and forth to jump out and do this robbery together?
No, ma'am.
And when you get out of the car, and everybody gets out of the car, it's your testimony that you stayed and watched while everything happened?
Yes, ma'am, for a moment.
Until you decided, of the three of them, you were going to go and try and rescue Kayla from JD. Is that what your testimony is?
I wouldn't say rescue. I just noticed out of the three of them, like Kayla and JD, they were really struggling the most out of them, and like JD looked like he was like about to attack her, like possibly maybe hit her with a gun. So I just kind of went up to separate them.
So the shots ring out, and then you step in and say, "It's okay, Kayla, I'm going to help you."
No, ma'am.
You turn to Emma and Luann and say, "It's okay, I've got this. We're going to get you help."
No, ma'am.
No, in fact, you jumped back in the car and raced.
Counselor's got to let the witness finish testifying.
He did.
You got back in your car and you raced all the way home.
Yes, ma'am.
You didn't stay to help Kayla, who'd been shot.
So Christopher says he saw Thomas shoot Kayla. Thomas says it was someone else in the car who fired. But who does the jury believe?
In the Circuit Court of the 20th Judicial Circuit in Worley County, Florida, criminal action. State of Florida versus Thomas Stein, case number 24 CF 000272. Verdict. We, the jury, finds as follows as to the defendant in this case. Count 1, first-degree felony murder. The defendant is guilty of first-degree felony murder. Count 2, attempted robbery. Kayla Christina Racon Miller. The defendant is guilty of attempted robbery with a firearm.
A jury found 18-year-old Thomas Stein guilty of first-degree felony murder with a firearm, plus 3 counts of attempted robbery. Unlike Christopher Horn Jr., Thomas now faces the rest of his life in prison, whereas Christopher, since he testified against his co-defendant, was sentenced to 25 years in prison. Despite a lot of names thrown out in both their testimonies, there were only 2 that have been arrested and charged in connection to Kayla's death. Thomas Stein's sentencing hearing took place on July 10th of 2026. Both of Kayla's friends who were with her on the night of March 17th, 2024, gave emotional victim impact statements.
People tried to blame me and my friend Deja for this act of violence. I am here to express the emotional trauma and the distress that this has caused us. I no longer find peace in walking home late at night or engaging in late night activities. I constantly am on edge thinking something is going to happen. People like to say, your trauma makes you stronger, but me and my best friend Deja have gone through enough in our lives, and what happened that night left us distraught and scared for the rest of our lives.
Every part of what happened has left a scar on me, from the moment I was held at gunpoint, to finding out it was kids our own age, to having to sit in this courtroom and face them. In one split second, the entire trajectory of my life changed, and I will never get that life back. We will never be those girls again. We'll never go to the movies together. We'll never laugh about boys and how stupid they are. We'll never make more memories together. Time was stolen from her and everyone who loved her. There is no winning in this case. No family wins. No lawyer wins. No court wins. The only true loss is my sweet girl, Kayla.
Before the judge decides Thomas's fate, he was given one final chance to speak. But his words aren't the only thing that stand out. He also asked the judge for a surprising request.
I just want to use this opportunity to address my victims, to Jay, Emma, and to Kayla's family, and to anybody else who was impacted by this crime, and to offer an apology. On March 17th of 2024, my actions with the system forever changed the lives of many people. That night I was implicated into the murder of Kayla Rincon Miller. And as I reflect on that night, I try to understand the damages and pains that were inflicted. But the truth is, I don't think I could approximate the damage that was done or understand the totality of what everybody went through. And I want you to know that I didn't know that robbery was going to occur, but it was my reaction in fleeing that ultimately played a major role in assisting the perpetrators. I know that it wasn't my intentions, but the truth is, it doesn't change the result. It doesn't change the fact that there was a life taken and innocent people forever traumatized because of that. That day I made a terrible decision. The decision to get behind the wheel was a total act of selfishness and something I regret and I'm ashamed of every day. I regret the fact that I will impact innocent people who never deserved to go through what they did. I regret the burden I placed on my family, who have always been have always been there supporting me. I know me saying an apology will never fix or undo what happened. But regardless of that, I want to apologize for my actions that night and say sorry for what you guys been through and what you can continue to go through because of that. And Your Honor, before you sentence me today, I hope you can take into consideration the fact of my youth. I'm capable of change, and I know I can do it. And I know this crime says a lot about me, but it doesn't define me as a person entirely. And I'm remorseful for my actions, and I'm sorry. And I just ask you this one thing: if before I walk out the courtroom, if I could give my family a hug, if you'd allow that.
No, I can't grant that request in here.
Okay, that's fine.
When it came time for the judge to hand down his sentence, he gave Thomas a punishment that would ensure he could never do this again.
The nature of the offense was violent in nature, terrorizing to the victims based on their testimony, and certainly tragic in all manner. The victims had done nothing to encourage violence against them. They did not participate in any way in having an altercation with the defendant or the co-defendant, that they were innocent young women walking home from a movie. Which used to be parents
Good
comfortable
looking
letting their
out,
children
Ricky.
out at night, out of the house, and be out in the streets. And most parents in this community for many years felt that their children were safe. This is the kind of crime that makes parents afraid to let their children out at night, and certainly had an impact on the victims and an impact on the community as well. He was 16 years old at the date of this offense. He had a prior experience with law enforcement. He understood that there were laws and there were consequences of violating laws. He understood and appreciated the nature and the use of firearms. There was a video and evidence of him holding a firearm, pointing it into a camera, making rap songs about it. He indicated that he was comfortable holding and using a firearm. He has indicated that he is remorseful and that he wants to do better in terms of his life, and that he wants to rehabilitate himself and become a productive member of society. That is possible. Whether or not that happens will be up to Mr. Stein. So it is the considered judgment and sentence of this court that Mr. Stein shall be sentenced to a term of life imprisonment in the Florida Department of Corrections with a 15-year review. So we'll have that opportunity to make that assertion in terms of rehabilitation after 15 years.
It's unclear where Thomas Stein will serve out his sentence. As of this recording, he's still behind bars in the Lee County Jail. As for Christopher Horn Jr., he's serving his 25-year sentence at a state prison in Doral, Florida. Thanks for tuning into this episode of
Damn. I guess you're supposed to do dirt all by your lonely. That's why they say, do dirt all by your lonely. Man. All right, so we got another case. We're gonna keep it rolling. Killer dad. No, I don't even like that one. I want to go to this one. Actually, I know about this case because I covered it on the podcast already before, but it does make for some great crime watching. Didn't happen too long ago, but it is very interesting.
Wait, say this. Progress Alameda, car into a building. 2 are deceased in the vehicle. Daughter's driving.
This is the moment these parents come to the horrifying realization that their daughter has killed 2 innocent people. But unfortunately, there are more cases of parents discovering their children are killers. Like the father who learned that his own daughter had murdered her mother.
Wait, she's on the ground.
Who is it?
My mom! Someone broke into that window.
All right, hold on.
She's on the ground.
What's going on? We just got dad. I'm the dad. Okay, Sydney. I don't know.
Your wife's daughter got your argument. Got this one. We're looking when she came. Now let's do it.
Or when these parents found out their 18-year-old daughter disposed of her newborn baby like trash.
Somebody was driving this vehicle. They went and threw a bag, which in the bag was an infant, okay, a newborn. So that's the reason why we're here.
But first, we'll start with the horrifying case of Sydney Powell. On March 3rd, 2020, Akron police responded to a call made by the University of Mount Union. School officials told police that they were on the phone with a woman named Brenda Powell when they heard screaming over the phone. When officers arrived on the scene, they found Brenda with nearly 30 stab wounds in her neck and her daughter, Sydney Powell, in hysterics. Sydney insisted that it was a home invasion. But when investigators began digging deeper into Sydney's claims, they find that things didn't quite add up. According to school officials, when the line initially went dead, they called Brenda back and someone claiming to be her picked up the phone. But the woman on the other end of the phone wasn't Brenda, it was Sydney. That wasn't the only thing she was lying about. And unbeknownst to her, by the time Akron police arrived, her secrets would begin to be revealed. Upon arriving on the scene, officers immediately heard Sydney screaming inside, which gave the officers the probable cause they needed to enter the residence. But inside, officers would be met with a truly horrible scene. Not only that, they had their first encounter with Sydney, who had her fabricated story locked and loaded.
Akron Police! Akron Police! Where's your mom at? Okay, stay
No, there's so much blood. No, please! She's not going down! No! Stop!
I just want you to scratch around the scene. Take her outside. No, she's blood all around. Secure the scene. She looks like a 22. She looks like she's been knocked for a while. There's blood all over the place. There's a knife by her head and stuff like that, and there's a huge pool of blood. No, I think she just walked in on it. There's a broken window in the back. So if you can just put up some crime scene tape. As soon as AFD gets here, they're going to pronounce her, I'm sure.
Once the officers got inside the house, they saw just how tragic the scene was. And based on the blood alone, it was clear that Brenda Powell had been viciously attacked. Not only that, it seemed that Sydney was distraught, but as the investigation continued, the truth would come to light.
Take her outside.
Come on. Come on. Is she gonna be okay?
Come on. You just need to cooperate with me, all right?
Oh, my dad.
What happened? What's going on? What's going on?
We heard a bang, and she told me to get out. And then I heard screaming, so I came back, and she was on the ground.
Okay, you heard a
I ran
bang.
out back. There was a bang, someone broken.
Okay.
Appreciate you breaking.
What is your name?
Sydney?
Are you cut?
I don't think so.
Yeah, you're cut somewhere.
I don't think so.
Yeah, your hand.
No, I was helping her. I grabbed her.
All right, stop. I tell you what, can you sit on the ground here real quick? Come on, come on.
Sit the ground.
Yeah, you're fine right there.
No.
You're fine right there.
While being escorted outside, Sydney tried to explain things to the officers by telling them that her mom told her to get out of the house after they heard a bang. She then said that someone broke in, and when asked about the cut on her hand, tells police that she grabbed the knife while helping her mom. Moments later, Sydney's dad, Steve Powell, arrived at the scene.
What's going on? I don't know. We just got
The dad.
Okay,
Sydney. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know.
Daddy!
What the hell? Where's my wife?
The window's broken, Dad!
Where?
The back window's broken in!
So you're gonna have to
Daddy!
inside there? So
I don't know! There was so much
leave the
blood!
house, okay? She's got a minor cut.
After a friend notified Steve Powell that police officers were dispatched to his house, he tried to figure out what was going on. But the scene becomes more hectic due to Sydney's frantic cries while sitting on the sidewalk.
You said your name's Sydney? Ma'am, is your name Sydney? What's your last name?
Yes, I talked to him.
What is it? Powell. What's your date of birth? Huh?
Yeah,
What's your date of birth?
As the situation becomes more intense, law enforcement tried to get more information from Sydney, but Sydney became more unresponsive and catatonic as the questioning continued.
I mean, she's got cuts to her hands here. Yeah, so I don't know. Sir, we don't. Does she have any mental?
No. She's having a little trouble at school at Mount Union, and she came back home to try and work things out. Just today is when I found it. I think she's been going to class for the last couple of weeks.
So she just came home today?
Yeah, today. It's like 11 o'clock.
Sydney.
Oh, fuck, what's going on with
Sydney! What's going on? Huh?
I need to know what's going on.
You don't know yet.
Her father, on the other hand, had a lot to say, and when the officers begin questioning him, information comes to light that paints a more detailed picture of Sydney and her relationship with her parents. Information that later became vital in building a case against Sydney. The officer then turned his attention to Steve Powell, who revealed that Sydney was having trouble at school and wasn't going to class for a few weeks, but she came back home to work things out. Investigators later pieced together that Sydney had been unenrolled from the University of Mount Union after failing 3 classes. She tried to pretend like things were normal and kept the secret from her parents. And after further investigation of the crime scene, police concluded that Sydney attacked her mother with an iron skillet and staged the scene to look like a break-in. Once they come to this conclusion, investigators have the difficult job of delivering the heartbreaking news to Steve Powell. His daughter is a killer.
I don't think someone broke into the house. I don't know if your wife and daughter got into an argument at this point. The window was broken, but there's no forced entry into the house. The window was broken, and nobody actually came through that window. Did your wife and daughter ever have like reheat? No. Arguments in it? No. It's not possible. Clearly, they can see me did this. How about you? She's on here forever? She's dead.
During the trial, the defense suggested Sydney's actions were because of a severe psychotic episode. However, after 9 days of deliberation, Sydney Powell was found guilty of purposeful murder, felony murder, felonious assault, and tampering with evidence. She was sentenced to life in prison with the possibility of parole. This suspect tried to stage a scene to get away with murder. But what happens when a suspect tries to literally throw someone away? On January 7th, 2022, 3 individuals were dumpster diving outside of a mall when they heard the sounds of crying, and after further digging, discovered a newborn baby with its umbilical cord still attached inside the dumpster. Once the discovery was made, the rescuers made a 911 call to report the newborn's whereabouts.
911, where's your emergency?
We just found the baby in the trash.
Is it breathing?
Yes, ma'am. He still got his umbilical cord. He's whimpering. He was not crying, actually.
After receiving the call, law enforcement arrived on the scene to investigate.
Where's the baby?
Keep him warm. Keep him covered up. Keep him warm.
Do you know whose baby it is? Is it your baby? No. April, is it your baby? No. Okay. Oh my God.
Once the ambulance arrived and took the newborn to safety, the officers continued their investigation. And after questioning witnesses, it didn't take long for them to find security footage that showed 18-year-old Alexis Avila's actions, moment by moment. In the footage, Alexis can be seen driving up to the dumpster and getting a trash bag from the back seat and tossing it into the garbage. Inside the trash bag was Alexis' newborn baby boy wrapped in a towel. And that evening, the same security footage captured the moment the baby boy's rescuers came to save the day. The footage captured the moment the dumpster divers retrieved the trash bag from the garbage, initially thinking the cries they heard come from it were from an animal. But as they investigate further, they discover the horrible truth.
Not the baby. At least Brenda went back to go get her baby out the trash.
The Good Samaritans can then be seen pulling the baby from the trash bag and immediately calling the cops for help. And after finding the security footage, police officers were easily able to track down Alexis' home.
Hello, how's it going, man? We have some questions involving this vehicle. Is this your vehicle? Yeah. Okay, do you drive it daily? Your daughter does? Okay, what's your daughter's name?
Why?
This vehicle was involved in a abandonment of a child, okay? Somebody was driving this vehicle. They went and threw a bag, which in the bag was an infant, okay? A newborn. So that's the reason why we're here.
When police arrive at the home, they speak to Alex's parents, who seem completely dumbfounded by the information provided by the cops. But the officers proceed with their investigation by bringing Alexis and her parents in for questioning.
What happened today? How did your day start today?
I was in pain. I just go to sleep and then go back to the restroom. Go to sleep and go back to the restroom.
So obviously you gave birth to a child.
Right.
I'm trying to find out where it happened, how it happened, or what led to that and stuff like that.
I went to sleep and then I woke up and I went to the restroom and I was just trying and then it came out and I thought it was poop and it.
Okay. So you were where? And you're at your house?
Yeah, I was by myself.
You were by yourself?
Yes.
Okay.
I was in a panic. I didn't know what to do.
Okay.
I was scared. I just left and I drove around and I just put it where I put it. I put it in the bag. I took it to the car. When I was in the car, I had two trash bags. I took one with me, which is the one that I had, and then I put it again, and then I drove around and I didn't know what to do, and I just put it in there.
A short time later, Alexis is arrested. Alexis was found guilty of attempted first-degree murder and child abuse and sentenced to 18 years in prison. But in October of 2023, she made an appeal to have the Supreme Court look over her case. She was released pending the outcome of the court's decision. In this case, the suspect threw all their victim like garbage. But what happens when a suspect's dangerous driving ends lives? On July 31st, 2022, at around 5:30 a.m., 19-year-old Mackenzie Shirillo was driving with two male passengers when she hit a brick wall going 100 miles per hour. 45 minutes later, a Good Samaritan saw the aftermath of the crash and notified police. With a strong
Hey, this is rapid fire. I didn't even know this video was like that. I like it. Hit the like button. Make sure you subscribe. I also got a super chat goal. If y'all want to get an extra hour of some crime, go ahead and sprinkle me. I appreciate all the people that has supported the stream so far. Thank you so much.
Lawrenceville Police Department arrived on the scene. Both the passengers, 19-year-old Davian Flanagan and 20-year-old Dominic Russo, were pronounced dead, but miraculously, Mackenzie survived. After assessing the crash, law enforcement conducted interviews to uncover the reasons why the crash occurred. What they would find would make them question whether or not this was an accident. The cops would soon determine that Mackenzie had her foot pressed down fully on the gas. Not only that, she never once applied the brake. But before any of this was discovered, body cam footage captures the cops step by step as they assess the scene.
Radio. The car's split in two. Radio, there's an occupant inside. Send us a squad now. We gotta bust the window out. Send us some more units.
Any more units of progress now, Anita?
Now!
What are we doing?
31 Swan up. 60 on Westwood, on to 3 on Alameda.
This is not a fresh accident either. She's been here for a while. Radio, we got at least 2 occupants in here. No one's moving. Oh my God. Oh my God. Times 3, guys. Radio, 3 occupants. No one's conscious. No one's breathing. Bust that window out. Rookie. Oh my God, dude. Who can hear my voice? Driver's radio. The driver is breathing, unconscious.
The officers struggle to get inside the vehicle, but can tell that the occupants are in serious danger. One officer even notes that the driver is breathing but unconscious. Eventually, the officers are able to get inside the vehicle, and that's when the severity of the accident really begins to sink in.
Did you try to pocket to them? All right. Okay. I know. Jesus Christ. This is the worst I've ever seen.
I'm probably gonna send help.
There's nothing we can do right now, guys, other than hope fire hurries up. That's it.
After being rescued from the wreck, Mackenzie was airlifted to the nearest hospital. There, law enforcement spoke to Mackenzie's parents to tell them the news no parent wants to hear.
What'd they tell you? Nothing. Okay, she was life flighted here.
Yeah, I wouldn't know that.
Okay. No. So you want to sit down? Wait, say this. Progress Alameda, car into a building. 2 are deceased in the vehicle. 2 daughters driving. Who died? I don't know whether, because one that we don't know, his name's Jacob. Does anyone know Jacob?
No, stop. Let him talk.
Guys, stop. I know, we're dealing with this. Your daughter's okay. She's talking to us. I talked to her. Okay? Your daughter's alive. Okay? Your daughter's alive. She was driving. Okay? I think what's the name you said? Might be.
Oh my God. Stop.
What's his relation to you? Okay. Yeah, the Dom was in the car.
Stop. Oh my God. Are you kidding me?
Ma'am,
What?
That's where we're at right now.
She say what happened?
It's right now, it's an ongoing investigation. Speed is definitely a factor. So are drugs.
Oh my God.
So do you guys know anyone named Jacob? Anyone?
Yeah. I don't know. I've heard the name before.
Full transparency here. There's drugs in the car. She had a bag of mushrooms on her and a scale. Full transparency, guys. I'm sorry, I'm ripping the band-aid off. Okay. Drugs in the car. It's a mess. She was driving, one in the back seat, and Jacob was in the front. Davion in the back.
Awake, but not awake.
In and out of consciousness. She was fully extracted from the vehicle. 550. I know she has a severe leg injury. Like I said, she was speaking. She was speaking, okay? And she had her seatbelt on.
Police officers explained the incident to Mackenzie's parents, saying that she had in the car. Luckily for her, she was wearing a seatbelt, which certainly saved her life. The passengers, Mackenzie's boyfriend and his friend, weren't so lucky. The officers would soon have to break that terrible news to their parents as well.
Go ahead, take a seat. So,
You know what the time it happened?
no, we don't. Right now, it's so early in the investigation that we don't know. What we do know 100% is somebody called it in. Somebody passing by called it in at around 6:15, 6:30.
Called in, what, the car was just fast somewhere?
Yeah. So what it appears that happened is they were going westbound on Progress from Pearl Road, and they went
Right here in Strongsville?
in Strongsville. That business that's right on Alameda, right where Progress ends. That's dead ends right there. They hit that building. They hit the sign out front, and then they hit the building.
Were they fall asleep at the wheel or something?
Don't know. We don't know that. We don't know that. So
2 kids are dead. My son's dead. Another kid's dead.
Go
And the
ahead.
girl's in the hospital.
She's in surgery right now.
Oh my God, Hercules.
I didn't copy.
I'm sorry.
Hang on just one moment. Okay.
I mean, I have a family member or a friend or anybody that you might want us to call on your behalf.
No. This is a fucking nightmare.
Yes.
Absolutely.
That was, what do you think? Somebody called in at 6:30 in the morning?
Between 6:15,
6:15, 6:30, yeah.
Came upon it passing it by.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. She was in her car?
It was in Mackenzie's car, yeah. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. And then she didn't make it, you guys don't know?
Right now we don't know. She's in surgery right now, so we don't know.
Oh my gosh.
So.
What a fucking nightmare.
After speaking with the parents, the officer's next task was to get to the bottom of what caused the accident. Police soon learned that Davion Flanagan had an app on his phone called Life 360, which in short tracked Davion's real-time location. This led police to discover details that could help crack the case.
I just want to show you.
Oh no, explain.
So this is when they were going down Progress Drive, and then you know how there was like tire tracks before it, like on that side grass. So that's the sign.
That's when it hits the sign.
And then that's where she curved exactly right on.
Gotcha.
Missed those 2 rocks and went right into the sign, the side of it. But I'm just confused on how the back of the sign was messed up. But she went right into that wall.
Right.
No, so you can see like the hard braking was right at the wall, and then her high speed
was after the hard braking.
Was
Right.
90 miles per hour.
So it said it's a recording. Does that play?
So
I mean, what does it mean? Or just screenshots?
It's just a track.
Yeah, it's like my
parents have me in a circle so they can see where I go. It just follows you.
Right.
And Davion had us.
Yeah, we had
a bunch of us. We had all of our friends in it. Like
Davion
was in it too. We can literally see where Davion has been. So I don't know if you guys however long you need to know.
Okay.
We can show you where Davion is. They were at a party before this.
We do have information as to other places they were going to. I'm not sure what the detectives have, but they know they have statements from other people of parties that they were potentially at.
So they were at Paul Burling House. I don't think their parents knew about the party, but I can be wrong.
Okay. If you guys want, I will let you guys write statements, and you can write down.
Is there anywhere I can like send screenshots?
Absolutely. I will give you. I'll write down my email, and you can send the screenshots right to the email, and I'll get them all to the detective.
So I spoke to friends that were at the party. I wasn't personally there.
Okay.
I was there.
Okay. Okay, any information you have that can help us out to help try and sort out and get a better understanding of what happened is helpful.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna give you my email.
But there was the fact that they might have been on psychedelics.
Okay.
So Kenzie was the driver, and they said that she took a nap. But if you know psychedelics, that's like an 8 hour to 12 hour, like, yeah, you cannot sleep.
Police then investigated the black box in Mackenzie's car, which would give officers data like speed and brake usage prior to the accident. And upon further investigations, police found that Mackenzie had the gas pedal pushed all the down. Furthermore, the brake wasn't applied before impact. Law enforcement then conducted interviews with Mackenzie and Dominic's closest friends to see if that would shed some light on the reasons behind the accident. But the details that were uncovered would turn this case on its head.
Me right here, if you like looked at the tracks that you guys probably have pictures of, it looks like the person in the front seat tried to turn the wheel because of the fact they were going to go straight into a wall. And it doesn't say she heart broke once. It was 90 miles per hour down that whole road. And I also think because of Kenzie's and Dominic's history that they were fighting, I think Davion went on his phone to distract himself from the fighting. Although they were on drugs, they can also still be fighting with being on drugs.
It could have just been like a careless mistake. Like I don't think Kenzie, even if she was like had road rage or she was arguing, I don't think her intention was to kill two people. No matter
You mentioned that anytime Dom would kind of want to break up with her, she'd kind of go crazy. Describe crazy. Like what kind of crazy?
Like there is times where she called Dom and said, "If you break up with me, I'm going to," word for word.
What do you think happened?
I think,
yeah,
off what I know and off my assumptions, Dom tried to break up with her multiple times, even in July. I kept not like working out, whatever. They kept making back up. Kenzie's known to be the kind of person that she's let us know she will never let go of Dom. If she has to let go of Dom, she will not go on living herself. She's pretty much let that be known. Because you're going 94 miles an hour, you don't have a very fast car to begin with, you were stomping that gas pretty much the whole entire time. There's no brake marks on the street at all. Even before they hit, you would think that some type of instinct would kick in and slam on the brakes. But to my knowledge, she went straight into it. To me, it seems like they were in a fight. I think that she took it upon herself to purposely crash into that wall. I think that he must have been trying to talk her down the whole time. They swerved off to the right at the end. I think he might have grabbed the wheel towards the end of it, maybe trying to spin him or something. Who knows? She could have been bear hugging it. I don't know. They're hitting bumps too. If they're going 90, he could have not I don't know what's going through his head. You know?
So describe the relationship. What was she like as your girlfriend?
I mean, like, she's kind of just like how you would explain any girls, really, you know what I'm saying? Like, they're all over the place in some ways, and like, they don't know what they want. But she's like, oh, I love Dom so much, this and that, but like, he's mad at me for all of this, and I'm just like, well, yeah, like, why wouldn't he be like me to like, just go stay with Dom, because I'm not gonna be with you no more after this. Like, I'm cool with just keeping the friend group as friends because I don't want to mess up the friend group. I was like, I don't got no problems with you or anything like that. We can also be friends. You need to go talk to Dom about like your personal issues and stuff because that's your relationship with him. Like, but she would say stuff like, I don't even get high anymore and stuff like that because how much she's close. So that was basically like I didn't have much with her relationship wise because we didn't date that long. But like friend wise, like she was crazy. Like our group chat. There was some days like we would all be getting ready for school and she would be sitting there spam calling the group chat to the point where like we couldn't pick it up to even like answer because she's just calling and declining and calling and declining. And then we finally do pick it up and it was something as small as I can't figure out what I need to wear to school. It's like why are you blowing up all of us? Like there was everyone that went to Kalahari that was in that group chat. So it's like, are you blowing us all up just over something as little as you can't figure out what you're trying to wear to school? Like she would be like just
she's like mentally just not all there.
Yeah, I don't think she's just mentally all there. Like I personally feel like she was trying to kill herself in that crash and she failed on doing so. But I feel like she had no regard for Davion, and I feel like they got in an argument, her and Dom, and she threatened to kill him.
Why did Dom put up with this? Do you know?
I've personally been told that she did voodoo on him. I mean, I personally don't believe that, but she has told people that she's put a spell on him so that he couldn't break up with her, and she would tell people that she had like grabbed a piece of his hair, and that she had a doll in her room for Dom, and that she literally put a spell on him. But she would tell everyone, and like she truly believed in that kind of stuff, and she also uses the pendulum. I know too, to try to get answers. She tries to use it now to talk to Dom.
Do you think Mackenzie has it in her to drive a car into a wall? I mean, if you guys speculate that she did it on purpose,
I mean, yeah,
have it in her?
I feel like if she thinks that she can just drive the car into the wall and not feel nothing, you know, like 100 to the wall, I feel like the only reason she survived is because how small she is. Like, I feel like she got insanely lucky, but at the same time, not lucky to survive that because like she killed two people. If that was what she was trying to do, but it's like I feel like that's what she was trying to do was crash the car into the wall.
Based on the evidence that is gathered in the interviews, police come to the conclusion that Mackenzie purposely crashed the vehicle, so she was carted off to jail. Mackenzie elected to waive her right to have a trial by jury and instead chose to have a bench trial, meaning her fate was in the hands of Judge Nancy Margaret Russo. During the trial, the prosecution argued that there was tension in Mackenzie and her boyfriend's relationship, that it was tumultuous, and that she deliberately planned to kill him and his friend in the car that day. But the defense said otherwise, saying that there was no proof that Mackenzie planned anything, and that there was no way of knowing what exactly occurred moments before the crash. But ultimately, it was Judge Nancy Margaret Russo that put the final blow to Mackenzie's case.
This is the type of evidence you can never unsee. You can never forget the visual or audio of this exhibit. It's chilling and tragic. As you review that exhibit, you know that you are watching the oncoming deaths of two people, and there is nothing that will stop it. The video clearly shows the purpose and intent of the defendant. She chose a course of death and destruction that day. Exhibit 802 crystallizes the deadly decision-making of the defendant. She morphs from a responsible driver to literal hell on wheels as she makes her way down the street. Mackenzie alone made the decision to drive the car, to drive an obscure route, a route she visited a few days before, and a route not routinely taken by her. Mackenzie alone chose the time to make the drive, early in the morning, when any reasonable person would expect a few people would be nearby to witness it or offer life-saving assistance. She made these decisions despite knowing, as any reasonable person would, that her mission of death could have involved others, not even in the car with her, other people, other cars, pedestrians. She had a mission, and she executed it with precision. The mission was death. Mackenzie alone decided to push the pedal to the floor and demand the ultimate speed of that vehicle to 90 to 100 miles per hour. She alone decided what was to be. Mackenzie decided death was the ultimate goal that day, and she alone made that decision for Dominic and Davion, and she continuously acted in a manner to achieve relation. They have no relevance to the weighing of the evidence in this case. The totality of the evidence clearly demonstrates Mackenzie Sherlock acted purposely and intentionally in the early morning hours of July 31st, 2022, and her purpose was to kill Dominic Russo and Davion Flandin. No reasonable fact finder could view the totality of this evidence in this case and come to any other conclusion. Her actions were controlled, methodical, deliberate, intentional, and purposeful. This was not reckless driving. This was murder.
Mackenzie was found guilty of 4 counts of murder, 2 counts of aggravated vehicular homicide, 4 counts of felonious assault, 1 count of possessing criminal tools, and 1 count of drug possession. She was given 15 years to life in prison.
Damn. I know y'all. I remember that case. Me personally, I know everybody might not have saw it, so that's why I made sure I played it. But that's really malicious, man. Like, and you just never know who you with or who you around, man. You in the car, man, and they turn around and use the car as a weapon. That's crazy. Man, listen, man. I usually do like 4 stories and then we pick which one was the most gruesome twosome. But if y'all want, man, I do gotta, y'all see my super chat go, you know, or some jewels or something. Because otherwise I'm gonna go ahead and call it. Because we gotta have crime for another time now. But I gotta do what the people say. So if the people say they want more, I gotta give y'all what y'all want. You understand? Where y'all at? And then, you know, if not, y'all can go back and thank you. What is that? What does it say? YouTube addict. That's fitting. I like that. Well, welcome to the channel, bros. I appreciate you. You know. Hey. Got that. That's the crime music right there, y'all. Okay. Well, listen here. I ain't gonna hold y'all. Just y'all be killing me with the stupid stuff y'all say in my chat. How could there be misinformation? Oh, here. How could there be misinformation on this particular post and we watching crime stories? What did you see? Who said that? Let me see who said that. Who said that? Becky Bebop just reported you to YouTube for misinformation, scumbag. Really? That's how you feel, Becky, on a Saturday night? Damn, Becky. Alright, I ain't gonna hold y'all, but I'm emoji, Folger, and scold you about being on code. And you know I got 4 words for you. I need you to go ahead and subscribe for the vibes, like for the spike in the algorithm, comment your vomit, share if you care about getting crime everywhere. Please do that on the platforms that you own, Joan. And just to bring it on home, let me look y'all square in your retinas. Love, peace, blessings, and aloha. I'm out the doha for Shoha.